morning, Sophia. Kels, hi. Afternoon to you, Kels. How's it going, guys? Homies, I haven't slept. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm broken, I think. But I'm here. Day 19 in a row. I don't think I'll be doing a nighttime stream tonight, since this one technically counts, but we'll see. I am a strange person. I wouldn't be surprised if I still end up coming online, but we'll figure it out. So the goal for today is to, or at least this stream is to watch the DBD Anniversary stream party. I was just looking at Instagram and they've already leaked the new killer. Yay. I literally only had to wait like 30 more minutes, but no, leakers had to go ruin the surprise. Anywho, it seemed like it was pretty obvious anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm not sleeping. Honestly, I don't know. I don't understand. But here we are. I mean, if you want me to spoil things, I could. It's up to you. But yeah, I just saw the artwork literally right now. Like Instagram was just open for no reason. I forgot why it was even open. And then I refreshed itself and I looked down and I see the artwork. I'm like, well, fuck me, dude. Really? Could we have just like, I don't know, waited a little bit longer? So I think the way that we're gonna go about this is I'm gonna be playing Dead by Daylight while we also watch the anniversary stream. This is a kind of pastime, because I'm sure a react would be kind of nice, but I'll also get to kind of just earn blood points. Right. See. Doopy doopy doo. Doopy doopy dooby doo. Boom 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 boom. What is that? No, not in there, man. What the fuck? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Why won't it let me? Why won't it let me? Yeah, no shit. Why are you giving me that error message? You stopped supporting this product like a fucking year ago. There we go. Anyway. Yeah. No, I'm not wearing pants. I thought about it. I actually thought about changing it up this time and be like, guys, I'll wear pants this time. I hope that's okay. But nope, I didn't. I still didn't. Let me grab something. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Wanted to wipe down my table. Probably could use a little bit of a wiping. You know? See? Looks fine, I guess. I've been doing a pretty good job of keeping it more or less clean, if that makes sense. Anywho. So yeah, we'll play like a match or two, and then we'll see how involved the stream is itself, the podcast thingamabobber. And then maybe I'll still play kind of like on the side. Just to pass time, you know. It's obvious. Looked it up on Instagram, can't find anything new. Ah, you're just not following the right account, my bruv. There's a leaker account that like, it almost seems like it's the official place. Somehow they get access to the official artwork and stuff. I don't know how, but they do. All right, let's turn on the camera. Let's see how lit up in here it is. You know what? Well, you guys want to roll with this lighting? What do you think? It'd be kind of nice to have no bright lights on my face for a little bit. Anywho, hey guys, George is over here. Most of you call me Geo. I am here to hang out with you, play games, chat with you, and hopefully entertain you. I think I'm just gonna play a little bit of Survivor. We'll do an Anon match. Maybe. I don't know. This was the build I was running earlier just to kind of pass time. I did pump some points into Shiro. That was kind of nice, I think. Wait, aren't there new codes? DBD codes. Go to bed. I want to, but I can't. I can't. I really tried. I promise. I tried. I tried twice. I really just... No, man. What the fuck? Alright, let's see what we got here. I think I already did this. Yeah. Gloomy Spring. Koinobori. You want to play with me? Oh, I like that one. I'm with Bum on this one. Guys, if I could, I would. I promise. I swear to you guys. I honestly... I'm doing something with my time instead of laying in bed hating myself. You know? That's the truth. The truth is I'm doing something with my time instead of wishing I was asleep. So I'm just going to roll with it and just lean into the fact that I can't fall asleep. Take advantage that there's a anniversary cast going on. And who knows, maybe I'll take tonight off. Maybe I won't. Only time will tell, right? Bum, how are you? Are you feeling better? It's so strange to see you in the daylight. Yeah, right? I mean, I can open up the window. Do you guys like the lighting right now? What do you think? You're feeling okay? Okay. I don't know if I'm convinced, but I guess that's better, right? It's dark, too dark? Is it too dark? Oh, your cats, both of your cats are cute AF, bro. All right, so do we open up the window for a little bit of a different thing? You got 4. I only got 1. You beat me. You got Zelda right now? Good old Zelda. So wait, does this mean that you're a Laws fan, or did somebody else name it Zelda? Yo, kitty cat. Your stepdad named her. Oh, okay, interesting. Stepdad's a gamer. Cool. You saw the leak? Okay. Bro, you can't contain yourself, can you? Do you guys agree with Kells that it's a little too dark here? I gotta be honest, I don't watch podcast mode. Yeah, no, I'm aware. I know that you, when you switch over to YouTube while you're at work, you're just listening. You sent a pic? Ooh, what kind of pic? Well, 2. Oh, of course, my Discord's acting a fool. Oh my God. Looks all okay. Well, minus all like the little brown tidges. Looks a lot like my cat Yuki. Adorbs, my dude. Adorbs. Very pretty. Yeah, I mean, it kind of made sense, right? It's very behavior like. She seems super pretty. And I imagine that, yeah, sweet's just a thing that you'd understand with her. Yeah, so Yuki is extremely sweet. Not very smart, but she's sweet. Smart was the cat that I had before, Yuki, Kiko. Kiko was fucking smart and also sweet. Oh my God. Oh my God. First match and I'm already being sent to a map, bro. She's so dumb, but it's cute. Yeah, but she's so dumb, man. Oh, but she's cute. And it's just like, I have 2 golden retrievers and they're so fucking smart. It's crazy. I'll be popping in and out as I'm still at work. Fair. I understand. I mean, I'll be here for for the next couple hours. I still have 15 minutes till the DBD thing continues. All right, so we open up the windows. Are we in agreement? Am I gonna go against another tier 1 scratch mirror Myers and hate myself and wish I was sick? I'm gonna go towards the booping. I'm running a little bit of a loop build, as you guys might be able to see. Ma'am, what are you doing, bro? Why are you here? Nothing here? Okay. The last 2 killers I faced both had Franklin's. At least this one tries to mind game, right? Iron Grasp? Really? Somehow we're in the anti-fun brigade. I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun. I'm Anon, so there's no, like, chance of stream sniping. Well, limited chance of stream sniping. I'm having fun, 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 I'm having fun. I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun. I'm having fun, bro, Rebecca, chill. I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun. I'm having so much fun. Really? I went to like the least important generator for her to protect. I brought that item so I can pump and dump. I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun. I'm having fun, I'm having fun. The basement is here, so she's just gonna come over here. Why is this team throwing so goddamn hard? I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun, I'm having fun. Why can't I see? I'm having fun, I'm having fun. No, it's fine. We'll just die and we'll move on. It's okay. I brought a loot build so I can actually leave with items. But it's SM, so how dare I have fun. It's all good. It'll end soon, right? Right? I think I played with Mystic Mama before. So the perks that I'm running right now, Kells, is, well, Resilience. You probably see me play that a lot. That's why I'm repairing slightly faster, which is why it's a yellow bar. On the left, we have Iron Will, which means I make a lot less noise when I'm injured. And then on the right, we have Plunderer's Instinct. I see the auras of chests. But not only that, I also get a higher likelihood of getting better items. And then the bottom is Ace in the Hole, which means when I loot an item, it comes with add-ons. So my really nice thing that I just grabbed here came with extra add-ons. Not that they were very useful, but I'd like to keep this, but I know I'm not going to be able to. Everybody's injured. She seems to be camping hooks mostly, it looks like. I'm just trying to change up. You guys know that I change up my build, so. Here's another one. I'm not going to really use all that much, but hey. I just want to pump the points in. Because she's just camping. And since she's just camping, there's like not much we can do. Average skull merchant match. Em, can I heal you? Can I heal you? Can I heal you? All right, I'll heal her and then I'll go die or something. No biggie. 4K3, so. Yeah, it looks like she's just been camping the entire time. Should be following my marks, right? Uh-huh. Check just in case. Did she still miss that? Wait, why are we slugging for the 4K? Oh, because she's trackable. I see. That's fine. I don't think it's a bad thing to slug from the 4K when you have information. Well, she lost the information now, so. Nope, yeah, she's got it. Average skull merchant match. At least this one mind games a little bit, to be fair. To be fair, this one actually tries to mind game at least a little bit. So that's, you know, she's better than your average skull merchant. No, you gotta provide props when it's deserved, right? Hey, you. GG's. It's still boring? Yeah, it's still skull merchant, but whatever, bro. What are we gonna do, man? Trying to see the silver lining, my bruv. Alright, well, the thingy's starting soon. Starting soon. This one right here. There we go. If I do this, what do you see? Let me see. All right, that's what you see. Okay. So we'll do that. right? And then maybe if we do this, and then we go into theater mode, maybe. And then we apply. And we do that. What do you think? And we just put it like in the corner right over here where my perks are. And we press sounds.
With the headphones and the blue hair. That's so cool. Oh, I didn't even notice the game was in the background.
I love that people understand that you're never clean in the entity's realm. It's just, yeah, you never have a shower.
Gosh, not going into the woods anytime soon. Trying to stay as far away.
So if I minimize, does it go away? It does.
This came out amazing. It's like a 1-for-1.
Which one is the game right now? I cannot even tell.
The skin for Claudette, I need it. This is so cool.
I love it. Let's go out on this one.
All right, so they're gonna start in a couple minutes.
Let's go.
We literally had this gamer come in and just fucking meme. We never had a chance, guys. We never had a chance. I'm here just trying to loot fucking shit, and I get like Franklin's. Yeah, shut up, fool. The fuck?
This feels like a real anime, like a screenshot from an anime.
We just got here, bro. I'm trying to loot, bro. All right, let me turn on the light, bro.
Yeah, I want to watch this. Can we make it? This is great.
The entity is actually an infant compared to the other Eldritch God, and the entity's realm is like a drawing currently attached to a 5th-dimensional refrigerator. It's like, that's actually really good.
Yeah, happy anniversary day. All right, lighting's gonna look a little different. I hope that's okay. You know, right here.
Now, maybe in 88 years, who knows where it's gonna be? You know, everything's possible.
All right, back to it again. We just keep doing this, you know? We just don't care, right? We don't care around here. Ooh, how are you, bro? You ready? You ready to hang out and watch this with me? Is this too small? Do you think that's too small? I can make it slightly bigger. Well, I am absolutely proud, actually. Now that we're on that subject, that is awesome, bro. Hell yeah. That is very good, man. Very good. Trying to figure out what that symbol means. Oh. See, bro, you gotta record your shit, man, so I can see these crazy loops. So I'd be like, that's my boy. What is the point? Play and watch? Yeah, I'm gonna play to pass time. And we're gonna watch as well. This is just because I'm ADHD and I can't sit still, so like I need to keep busy somehow. And sometimes I can watch and enjoy. But at the very least, I can also like just enjoy gaming a little bit. I know I say that, and then we get we get a skull merchant with a map offering and Franklin's. Yo, Merce, what it do? Are you home yet? You gotta work yet? In 1 minute, the anniversary stream starts, so we'll be watching it together. We'll see how it goes. I don't expect many people to come in today. Oh, you picked up today. Okay. 2 to 6. Interesting. I was so weirded out. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? I love that song, though. This is actually a cover, by the way. I don't know if it's a cover from someone from the music department or if it's just a cover from someone else. Back to work. No, stay forever. I got it. Maybe raise the volume more. Enjoy the lurk, friend. Call of Kelly. Yep. All right, here we go. Oh, is this the casting of Frank Stone? Oh no, it's that 8th anniversary trailer. I hate that it's showing the player. But we'll roll with it. All right, I won't be able to hear the game, so that's going to be interesting. Good thing I got a visual heartbeat, huh? Four hours to go. Yeah. Yeah, Food's used to our normal hours, you know? Tell me if it's too small. Maybe you guys don't want to watch the actual. You fucking scared me. Holy shit, my heart. I've actually seen the motion capture actress that did Spirit. It's this like Chinese woman. Oh. Well, shit. Keep running, Geo. Keep running, Geo. Keep running, Geo. Keep running, Geo. Oh, God. I sure do love playing solo queue.
Joining us. That trailer gets me so hyped.
So hype. Oh my goodness. It's so good. And the jump scare at the end is necessary.
So, hi everybody around the world and YouTube and Twitch and OpenRed. and
Lower the
Japanese
audio
and
for my game.
Portuguese. We are in Spanish and, of course, English, because that's what we're capable of. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is DBD's official 8th anniversary celebration.
Yes, and it's truly amazing to already know that we're on our 3rd live stream of the year, with only more to come, and we just have to say thank you on behalf of the entire Dead by Daylight team for 8 amazing years of support from community worldwide.
Yep. So today we are going to be looking at everything that's coming over the coming year. We're going to be starting pretty soon after our little intro here with something that we already
Maybe lower
teased
the audio on the
last,
game a little bit
few
more.
days ago, and that's Dungeons and Dragons coming to Dead by Daylight.
I'm actually really excited about it. I'm not like a D&D
Dive
fan or
into
anything like that,
In
but
fact, after the show today, that will be playable on Steam on the PTB.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But this wouldn't be a Dead by Daylight anniversary live stream without a couple of surprises. So you're definitely going to want to stay.
You know, to be fair, he's giving us a
broadcast to
chance.
see everything we've got to reveal today. But we've also got a live Q&A. So if you have any questions, please do make sure to drop them in your respective chats so we can answer as many as possible at the end of the stream. But let's go ahead and take a look at what our run of show is for today.
Yep, we've got a great one lined up. We're going to be joined by our buds Steph and Justin to walk you through our Year 9, which is a crazy number, Year 9 content and design roadmap. And then after that, Senior Product Manager Derek is going to join us to talk about upcoming gameplay and quality of life improvements coming to the game, including one that you're not going to want to miss.
Yes, and then we'll have Dave and Janik here to reveal everything coming with the latest
Janik,
episode of
wow.
Dead by Daylight.
Someone I
And
was
we're
working
gonna have
with
some updates
for the last like
about
year was
projects
named the
we've
same.
got in the world of DBD, that being the Stone
Sorry.
by Supermassive and an unnamed multiplayer PvP.
Sorry, I sneeze very
by
loud.
Midwinter. Then we'll
Whoa,
have
whoa,
Justin,
whoa,
a
whoa.
completely different Justin from the one
I'm
Eric
lost, guys.
talked
Guys,
about.
I'm lost.
Coming in to break down this year's in-game shenanigans for the anniversary. And last, we'll have our Q&A, which, once again, drop your questions in the chat so we can answer as many as possible. And who knows, we might have some other little surprises.
And while you're dropping your questions, we thought we would drop some content on you. You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Just made that up. Twitch drops are back. So if you've watched our streams before, we like to offer Twitch drops to our viewers, and today is no exception. So they're live right now, and you can get them by connecting your behavior account to your Twitch account. So there should be a QR code you can see. There should be links in Twitch.
I still haven't done that, so I never really got all this stuff.
Yes, and if you're new to Twitch Drops with Dead by Daylight, all you need to know is that by watching any Dead by Daylight stream in the Twitch directory, you'll be accruing watch time, which will allow you to claim 3 of the Twitch Drops we have active today until May 28th. The first one, if you've already been with us since the start of our stream, you're already on your way to claiming...
At least this team's not giving up, right?
...in-game badge. And
To be
then
fair,
after this,
Bubba gave
if
us a
you watch
chance.
any other Dead Dead by Daylight stream for 4 hours.
Ooh, I like that
you'll get
totem
the
badge.
Crimson Hue in-game banner. And then lastly, for 8 years, 8 watching time,
Yep.
you'll be able to get the Greenville, Welcome to Greenville in-game banner.
Yep. So enjoy those drops, but we mentioned surprises, and we've got one to kick the show off with. So the first of which is actually a new game.
Oh my god.
We-
What the?
We've got a game that we haven't told anybody about yet.
Okay.
It's from the world of Dead by Daylight. We're
Sure.
going to share it with you right now. It features some familiar faces, and most importantly, it is super duper fun, and I think you'll be surprised. So let's take a look.
Nice.
Well, you've done it now, do I?
Seems like he got really lucky with the chainsaw, huh? I don't think he's been able to chainsaw anybody since.
Your friends are trapped in our world, and danger is everywhere. But
I will 100% play this.
abilities against the swarms of monsters that want you dead. Run, jump, and shoot. Collect electronics to repair generators, increasing your powers along the way. Unlock the door to escape together.
Oh, yeah, it's bamboozle.
Did you just die? It's not over yet. Use spells to keep your friend alive until they can revive
Oh, shit.
you. Do you and your friend have what it takes to survive? Ponder this as you ask yourselves, what the fog?
Honestly, I will 100% play that.
Oh my god.
Oh, he got
that
moored.
song is so earwormy. He's gonna get stuck in my head.
The game itself is like the guitar solo.
Yeah, like I'm already gonna walk away and just okay. But anyway, yes, you saw that correctly. What the Fog is now available, and it's not only that, but it's free for current behavior account holders and new subscribers.
I'll go down, that's fine.
You're gonna want to make sure that you make your behavior account after.
It's bad luck when you have two
Or
people
another
like
tab.
next to each
Just
other.
Don't leave. But go ahead, grab that, claim it on your account, and if you're unable to, then you're able to get it on Steam for $4.99.
Yep. And as you might expect, drops. Now a free game. A lot of people watching the stream. There might be some load on our behavior login system, so if there is, bear with us. We will get you in the door, and don't worry, you'll get the game. So as you might have been able to tell from that trailer, What the Fog, which is just the best title, is a two-person co-op roguelite. The simple goal of surviving and escaping with each increasingly difficult level.
Honestly,
to
that
do
sounds
you
fun.
go head-to-head with swarms of monsters and bosses, and as we mentioned, lots of heavy metal guitar.
Yes. So Eric and I got to play it before launch, and honestly, it was so crazy fun. Like, I had that song stuck in my head for weeks. But you need to make sure that you get your hands on it so that you can have fun, survive, and then get the fog out.
Nice.
Get the fog
Out of
out.
the way. See, you weren't expecting that. A lot of people are like, wait, what?
Surprises.
We're going to dive into the show. So we're going to hand things over to Stefan and Justin to talk about Dead by Daylight's Year 9 roadmap.
Okay. I can make it bigger, guys, by the way, if you want to watch, like, you want it bigger or larger. I don't care about surviving. I'm just playing to ease my ADHD. We know a lot of the roadmap already, though, right? I mean, I'm sure they have some secrets here and there, right? That Bubba had 5,800 hours, by the way. He was definitely going chill on us. All right, let's see how bad my matches are. Is it frozen?
about Dead by Daylight's Year 9 roadmap. I'm going to take a second here.
I will, just not right now.
To give a big shout out to our absolutely phenomenal team that's working on the game day in, day out. They are the reason we are here with you today and celebrate 8 amazing years of Dead by Daylight. Before going any further, I just want to address something that's probably going to get talked about quite a bit in the chats across the different channels. We know since the last update, there's been a rubber banding issue that's been plaguing the game. The team has been working
gotten a lot better.
really hard at it over the last few weeks. We have a tentative fix that the team has been working on that we're hoping to test on the PTB later today.
Okay.
If everything is successful with that, we will be deploying that fix to live, and hopefully it should improve the situation. But it's still to be confirmed. So keep an eye on our channels for that. We'll keep you all posted about this. Moving into the future a little bit. The coming year for Dead by Daylight is going to be huge, and that's saying something coming off of our biggest years to date. Since the last anniversary, we have released amazing licensed content such as Alien, Chucky, Alan Wake, and a personal favorite of mine, Nick Cage, such an amazing addition to the game.
Honestly, I
On
think
top
Nick
of
Cage
that,
was a
we've
great
also
addition.
released our most
If
popular
it's
original chapter to date, All Things Wicked.
Of course, and we can't forget we did the Halloween event, which was bigger and better than ever with the introduction of the Void.
that
This
was such
year
a good
we introduced
event.
The concept of modifiers in Dead by Daylight, starting in February. Lights Out. We followed it with My Little Oni, and soon, later this week, we'll introduce Chaos Shuffle, the third one. We took a few steps towards improving the player experience between anti-face camp, blood web UX improvements, the killer FOV slider, Survivor DC bots, and even the search bar.
Yep.
So there's a lot there. And finally, we've taken a few big steps towards increasing our transparency, our communication with regular live streams on each of our content releases thus far.
Enough talking about the past, let's dive into the future and what's really coming up for this year. We're happy to announce today that we have 6 new chapters currently in the works.
Wow.
2 of those chapters will be survivor-only chapters for this year.
Wow.
On top of that, we'll have the usual 4 new tomes that are going to be coming out, spread throughout the year. As we've talked a little bit and teased even earlier last week, the first chapter that's going to be coming out is Dungeons and Dragons, and we're actually going to deep dive that in a soon-to-come segment.
There is going to be a new
right,
survivor and a
shortly
new
after
map.
this,
That's
this
exciting.
one, and it really promises to bring.
I imagine the
great
Beholder is going to show up in the map in like a dungeon or something.
Of course, we're going to follow
Like
that
locked away
with
in a cell
licensed
or something.
Survivor, a character who truly embodies the meaning of that word. After that, an iconic Killer Survivor duel will be coming into the fog, and if you stick around to the end of the show, you're going to get a little preview. As to
I'm going to
what
get
that
worried again, so
We'll
that'll be
finish
fun.
off 2024 with
I don't care. If I die, I
original
die.
Killer
I'm not really
Survivor
paying
chapter,
attention.
And we'll finish off the Year 9 roadmap with a licensed killer-only chapter, followed by an original survivor-only.
A lot of stuff coming up. Moving a bit away from our content roadmap, we're going to take a closer look at the 4 pillars out of which the year will be based on. For those of you who have been with us for a long time, you'll see that there's consistency throughout the years with the 4 pillars that we're focusing on, but we're really adjusting the contents of each so that we're working on the features that have the most value and the most interest to all of our players in ways where we can expand the game further and further.
Of course, and we're going to start off with the trust and security pillar. Firstly, we're thrilled with the response to our regular broadcasts, and we're really
Another Skull Merchant.
fully expect more
Can't make
to
this up,
come
guys.
as we progress throughout the year, accompanying all of our major releases. Security is a topic we rarely talk about publicly for good reason. But one thing I will inform you all of is last year we set out to start tackling this AFK bots problem that we see, especially in some regions of the game. Phase 1 had very promising results, and we're certainly going to be taking that forward another step into Phase 2 in the coming year. Our next 2 pillars, live balance and quality of life, we won't discuss too much. Of course, you can expect regular live balance updates throughout the year and new quality of life, but my friend and colleague Derek will be coming up in the gameplay improvement segment to cover more on that topic,
Search.
including an
Correct.
announcement on one of the most highly requested features ever in Dead by Daylight.
This one's going to be really, really exciting. Stay tuned for that because that is really something interesting coming up. Last but not least, our 4th pillar, events evolution. Events have always been a fundamental part of the game, especially the seasonal events. and this is something we're going to keep pushing forward over the coming year. With this year, we're starting to do a bit of a split where we're going to have our events happening on a separate matchmaking queue, which essentially means that at any time there's an event ongoing, you can decide to still play normal Dead by Daylight if that's what you're looking for, but you can also go into the event-specific queue and play some of that gameplay. This is really going to allow us to push gameplay further and further away from the typical way Dead by Daylight normally works. And it's going to be a very interesting way for us to approach events in a different way.
It just healed
On top
her.
of
What a
that,
waste of
we can
time.
also expect more modifiers to make it in the game, whether it's the one we've talked about just before, that are going to be revisited throughout the year, or introducing new modifiers that are either tweaks on
Really?
something or something completely different. But modifiers is a little sliver of what we're planning to do this year. I think we have something a little bigger that might be coming up.
You were literally
Absolutely,
in
and
a
that's why I'm
chase.
so
What are you doing?
happy to be here and let you guys know that for the first time ever, this summer, Dead by Daylight will have a new mode, not modifier, but a mode coming to you all. We've been listening and hearing your feedback, and I'm really happy to let you know that this summer, replacing Scorching Barbecue will be the first ever time-limited 2v8 mode in Dead by Daylight. We'll be doing a full breakdown of what this mode is when we get closer to the release. But for now, I'm going to thank my friend Stefan for joining me, invite my friend Matt to the couch to talk a little bit more about this, and here's a snippet of what's to come.
So there is a 2v8 mode, huh? What's this? It's like the cage.
Thank you for joining us, Matt. Well, I know it's still early and everything is subject to change. I think it's going to be really fun to sort of let the community in on some of our plans for this upcoming 2v8.
Absolutely. Thanks, Justin. So yeah, 2v8 is coming to DBD. This is a new game mode, which is really cool. Other gameplay events that we've done before, so Lights Out, My Little Oni, soon Chaos Shot, these are what we're calling modifiers. And modifiers basically take a DBD match, change a few things, but ultimately you're still playing DBD. With this new game mode, 2v8, we're fundamentally changing the way that you play Dead by Daylight. In this particular case, there's 2 killers, 8 survivors, and a bunch of new changes that we're going to get into very shortly. The focus with 2v8, we really wanted to hone in on what's exciting and fun and chaotic with DBD, and we're leaning more into
It's really
a
just
hardcore
tunneling, huh?
kind of vibe rather than something that's super competitive. It's also worth mentioning that the way that we're building this, it's an iterative process, right? And this is just the first iteration. So we'll be looking to add more content, more gameplay in the future based on community feedback.
Absolutely, I'm super excited to see what everybody says about this mode when it comes out. But first, let's break down a few of the key changes that we know are going to be coming for 2v8 this summer. I mean, of course, there's still generators, there's still exit gates, there's just more of them. We've made 5 maps bigger to accommodate all of the action, all of the chaos. And we're also doing away with perks in this mode, instead introducing a new sort of 2v8 exclusive system called classes for survivors.
That's right. Yeah, so when it comes to survivors, basically once you've chosen your character, you can select and equip a player class. And this class is effectively your power for the match, and it helps players identify what your role is within the team.
That's cool.
So
I like that.
Instead of mixing and matching perks, instead we really wanted to focus on a particular playstyle for this, and whether it's generator repair, healing, looping, speed, that kind of thing, that's what we're really going for with these classes.
Of course, and there's also just cowering in the corner, which is my own preferred playstyle for Survivor, which is great. And it'll work a little differently for killers. You'll be able to choose from one of the 5 original killers, each with their own specific gameplay. Killers obviously have powers, so they don't have classes in this mode.
Bro, Deliverance.
Introducing a new mechanic, which is a team power. For example, if you are the Wraith, when you cloak yourself, if your teammate is within a certain radius of you, they will also get the undetectable status effect, allowing you to coordinate a sort of team stealth attack. should make for some entertainment. The reason that we're
What?
focusing on the 5 original killers is just to make sure that this is as accessible as possible. They're all free, everybody can play them, everybody can have fun. We want you to enjoy the content and give us your feedback. And in my opinion, the best part of this whole mode is the 2. It's the first time ever that success and failure as a killer does not rely solely on your shoulders. You have a teammate to sort of benefit from, learn from, or even, blame. Poorly. So working together is just going to make the match so much more fun, so much more efficient.
Absolutely. Lastly, it's worth mentioning that for this mode, we really wanted to keep the action pace and the momentum flowing. During our playtests, we found that the process of downing a survivor, picking them up, carrying them to the hook, it really started to slow things down for this mode in particular.
Interesting.
So we're doing away with hooks as well. There's no hooks in 2v8. Instead,
Merce, I just read you got sandbagged by Leon and Ada with... Oh, that sucks, man. I hate that shit. When the killers and survivors work together against another player. More often than not, it happens because of a misunderstanding.
So once you've been hooked 3 times, you'll be out of the match.
Me too. I'm interested in the cross progression.
There will be 5 original killers coming to this iteration of this game mode, but we will be looking to add more as we iterate on it and add more to it. Of course, we'll also be improving the game as it goes along, so content will be coming in as well as updates to classes and gameplay.
So it's a literal mode, not a modifier.
And to all of you at home, if you want to learn more about 2v8, please join us in our July live stream. We hope you're looking forward to this year 9. For now, back to you, Eric and Dork.
Just getting worried. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they put a lot more thought into it because there was no way a 2v8 mode would work the way it currently is, right?
Oh my god.
Great segment. Great beard, Stefan. People were loving the
That sucks. I fucked it up. I was a little distracted and I didn't take the hit for him.
2v8.
2v8, yes. I cannot wait to dodge hatchets and chainsaws at the same time.
I can't wait for our killers to finally have friends that they can play with.
Get some
That
friends
sucks.
in the fog.
The Renato
Find
shouldn't have
friendship
died.
in the fog.
But that was a great segment to watch. I loved the reactions in chat. I think the guys did a really good job of explaining this is the first iteration, and there's going to be a lot of changes based on community feedback. So that's why we're not just flipping the switch and making it permanent all of a sudden. You need to actually get the mode where we want it. But we're using the word mode, which means a lot. So
Yeah, no. Mode, not modifier.
Pay attention. The website. That's a transition. That doesn't make any sense. But the website for What the Fog has been overwhelmed by demand.
So it already crashed? I'm not
as
surprised.
People love that cute little game. So we're working on it. Stay tuned. Don't worry. We have lots of...
I realized I left with a garbage med
for
kit.
it. So just as soon as we're able to tell you it's back up, we'll give you
I
a
wanted that
mention
stupid
on the screen here or in the chat.
toolbox I got earlier.
We definitely know you guys want to get your hands on it, but what we can do is tell you about something
But I got
you can
good
get your hands
items.
on today.
Yes, and so recently, I think it was December, we released 3 DLC packs. They're called Maddening Darkness, Old Wounds, and Macabre Tales. That was a way for players to get a big bunch of our older content all in 1 or 3 goes. And so we're actually going to
I like his
be
hat.
doing that again.
Yeah, so this pack is actually going to pick up exactly where the last one left off, which is going to be the Endless Hunt pack. And in this pack, you're going to get 9 playable characters, starting with Portrait of Murder, Roots of Dread, Forge in the Fog, and Tools of Torment. And along with this pack is going to be all the additional outfits and DLC exclusive items. But of course, if you don't want to get the pack, they will be individually marked down in the in-game store, so you can get them there.
Yes, so that Endless Hunt pack is actually available right now. It is the best way, especially if you're a newer player to Dead by Daylight, to get a big bunch of great content. So that out of the way, we want to keep the train rolling. Next up, we're going to be welcoming Derek, right where you're sitting. He's going to tell us all about gameplay improvements and quality of life improvements coming to Dead by Daylight, including a very big one that people have requested for ages. So let's talk to Derek.
Please tell me that I will get my skins from my Xbox finally. Because it just feels bad, right?
Welcome back, everybody, and welcome Derek to our stream for the first time. Derek is from our product management team. He works with the dev team on creating all sorts of cool quality of life updates, gameplay updates, and he's here to tell you about some good ones today. Derek, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Gonna be even better after this segment when we hear what you get to say.
Oh, yeah.
So I already know what you've got to say, but I think people are gonna be excited to hear about it. The upcoming challenge system. This isn't something we've told people about. Why don't you tell them about it right now? How's it gonna benefit our players?
Upcoming challenge
So we
system.
really wanted to deliver new in-game challenges to players and new ways for them to be constantly rewarded outside of just
Thank
homes and
fucking
archives.
goodness, because I
So
love that kind of
we're
shit.
introducing a new challenge system, which is a system of challenges. hence
Okay.
the name,
Perfect.
that players are going to be able to complete completely passively. That means that players don't need to actively select the challenge that they want to complete, and they can complete multiple of them at the same time. Initially,
Oh,
we're gonna
really?
start with daily
That's cool.
challenges, weekly challenges, and event challenges.
Ooh.
And later on, we want
Besides
to
the
expand
tome.
those into other parts of the game as well. We think that this is going to be a great way for players to be constantly rewarded just for logging in and playing DBD, and it's going to be an amazing experience for everybody.
I think that's a really great addition. I think people in the community are going to really appreciate just being rewarded for doing what they already do, not having to go out and seek it, but just it's happening in the background at all times. That's really great. So another great thing that we're adding actually is how we talk to our players. That's the main job of my team, is talking and listening to our players. But we do it out in the world. We do it on social media. We do it on TikTok and Twitter and other places. But in-game is obviously the best place to talk to people, and we've got some updates there.
Yeah, we're here to make the players' lives easier and your life easier as well. So we're going to be introducing a new inbox-based system that will help connect players with the news that you have to announce. including
Hey,
patch
Maddie. Good
notes,
morning.
announcements, rewards, and a lot more. That way, players will see less pop-ups when they launch into the game, and they'll be able to get into their games quicker. And overall, the players will be able to see
you at work today?
the world, the DB, and the news that you have to announce.
Yeah, and it gives us new tools, right? Like being able to tell people the patch notes in detail is something we couldn't do before, and now
Rutro. Rutro. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
we can. So again, you have to go find it on the web, but you'll be able to get it in the game. Pop-ups, not pop-ups, but
I'm gonna have to lower the resolution on my game.
Another great improvement. So really good work there by the team. But we're not done.
To Thunder.
Actually, this is something people are familiar with, the Finisher Mori system. We tested it out a while back in PTB, got a ton of great feedback.
What are your symptoms? I'm sorry to hear
We took
that.
that feedback, went back to the shop to tinker with it, and we've got the final version to tell people about that.
Right. I love Finisher Mori. I think they're a really amazing showcase for how deadly and gruesome our killers can be. But we also acknowledge that there was some room for improvement from the survivor's perspective. So like you said, we've taken the feedback, we've reiterated on it, and tried to land on what was the best player experience. So, in a coming update,
I was distracted, bitch.
baseline treatment for all killers in the game. That means that killers are going to have access to the killer Finisher Moris by default, but they're only going to be able to use them on the last remaining survivor. That way, if the killer is able to successfully pull it off, we get an exciting conclusion to the match, and the survivors can feel that the game's ended in a fair way.
I got
and
caught.
the news and
That
the
sucks.
match went smoothly. And
I was AFK for like a fucking second, dude.
Mori offerings are also going to be updated to instead give bonus blood points, so that it'll be a more rewarding experience for killers if they're able to pull it off.
So the
Seriously, it
killer's
was
gonna
just
wanna
me
land that at the end.
Yes.
Happens
checking
at
to
the
see what the quality of the video was.
flow of the match. I think it's a really great balance from where we started and the feedback that we got, so kudos to you and the team. And that's all we've got from you today. Unfortunately, you have to go, but the show is far from over. Next up, we're going to hear about the new chapter coming to
Sick,
Dead by
bro.
Daylight. So stay tuned, everybody, and thank you, Derek, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
I like the banner for the Greenville one too.
already so excited for the challenges and the finisher Mori.
I just want to shout out Derek for.
Do you like the rain normally, Maddie?
A
Also?
highly anticipated feature with cross progression.
Yes, cross progression is finally coming. Super excited, and it's
Great, she's
another
walking
reason
away.
for you to make your behavior account. So not only will you be able to get What the Fog for free, but you'll also be prepping yourself for cross progression, which we know that's something, you know, you're once again gonna have to be waiting to get your hands on, but we can now talk about merch, which you can get your hands on right now. So with the merch store, we've got the always popular mystery boxes coming back for this anniversary, and obviously because of the name, I can't tell you what's in the box. Maybe
What?
outside, you know. But anyway, in the boxes, you're gonna see 4 very
Was that now
exclusive
weird?
DBD items specifically for this release.
The fuck was
It's also
that?
going to include an art print, where some of them are actually signed by our creative director, Dave Richard.
Which is pretty amazing. I had Dave sign my chest.
She literally ignored a
I'm
couple
sharing
people
that
and went
to
to me
you all,
instead.
but he's got a great
Was that not
one of the
strange?
best. It's a really cool piece too. If you haven't gotten a mystery box in the past, it's always just a fun unboxing process. So follow the QR code on screen, scan it, and go get it. But we also have an update to the DBD board game.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's going to be.
No, I
an
actually
expansion pack
pre-ordered
for
the
Dead
board
by
game a
Daylight
while ago.
board game.
God, I sure do
This is
love
gonna be
meta
called the
builds.
Malicious expansion.
While I'm
It
here
comes
eating
with
shit
3 new
with a loot
killers,
build.
The Artist, the Dredge, and the Knight, and 4 new survivors: Michaela, Jonah, Hattie, and Vittorio. It's also going to come
Shut your
with
face,
2 new
fool.
maps, which is going to be the Garden of Joy and the Forsaken Boneyard.
It's super exciting, and I'm so happy to see the success of the board game. I'm such a tabletop nerd that
Yeah.
it's just such good quality, and I'm glad that people are resonating with it. So shout out to level99games.com, which is where you want to go to pre-order it. You'll get it later.
Kind of lost interest in this match.
Obviously,
She seems to be ignoring all the other survivors and going straight to me. This is that demon
QR
hour
code,
where
you can go to another tab.
all the weird shit happens.
Shiny.
I might just go next match because I don't trust this killer. This killer's sus as fuck.
So, other than that, if you have any questions about the content we've been dropping so far, 'cause it's been a lot of content, we will have our live Q&A segment at the end of the stream, so make sure you're dropping your questions in the chat. But other than that, roll initiative. This is time to
So
talk about
I go off and on and it already gets weird. I also think 2 of the survivors are hiding way too much, so it's like me and the same girl keep taking all the heat. So I'll just move on. If I'm not allowed to play it normally, then I'll just go to the next match. They can have their kill. I'm not taking the match seriously anyway.
I'm afraid there will be no quick death. No escape from this suffering.
I feel like that person was stream sniping, to be honest with you. Usually at around this time they do all that shit.
For in dark places such as this, one must keep themselves entertained.
I'll say that was cool.
Hello friends, I'm Mathieu Côté, Head of Partnerships for Behavior Digital, and I'm extremely happy to be joined here today by Sean from our friends at Wizard of the Coast, who is going to be with me talking about what we just saw. Hi Sean.
Hey Matthew, great to see you.
Pleasure. We just saw the trailer here. I still have goosebumps. This is so amazing. Like I was saying earlier, I have...
Yeah, I wanted out of that match because I'm just like eating shit anyway. And I really think that they were just like watching the stream and going to wherever I was.
Absolute dream come true. So thank you so much.
So like I'm not having a normal game, which means
Of course, yeah, my pleasure.
I might as well move on next. Let them get
10-year-old
their free
Sean
kill and their
wakes
cheap
up
run.
every day realizing that he works at Wizards of the Coast, dream job. So we're super aligned on that.
So Dungeons & Dragons is probably one of the biggest gateways that people have had to how to craft stories, how to design games, how to create experiences for other people. We've seen it, of course, within the dev team. There's so many people who've got their first taste of designing games through Dungeons & Dragons. Have you seen this to be true with other developers that you've worked with?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I always say it's the easiest thing about my job is I never have to teach people what D&D is or what the brand is about, because when I'm working with the developer, I guarantee you the person that I'm talking to has played, and everybody on their team has played, or at the very least is like very aware of what the game is and what it entails. It makes my job very, very easy. I always joke around, D&D is kind of this like the building block or like the connective tissue between game designers. You can be at a gaming convention and you're talking to other developers, and if you have nothing else in common, just start talking about D&D.
It's true. It's kind of a common language. There's so many common references there. For me personally, like I said, it's a dream come true. I still play Dungeons and Dragons every week with my group of friends. I'm the forever DM in that group, and I know that there are a couple of other people on my team who were absolutely thrilled to be a part of this. What made sense for Wizard of the Coast to enter into this collaboration?
That's a great question. I think that exploring horror is always something that's really, really interested us. Dungeons and Dragons has dipped its toes in horror before. You know, we've got modules like Curse of Strahd. We've got a lot of different horror elements we've brought together in some of our monsters. Obviously, characters like Vecna have been super horror driven. So when the idea popped up on our radar, hey, what do you think about working together with Behavior on a Dead by Daylight module? Like the light turned on instantly. I don't think anybody was there were no question marks. It was mostly just exclamation points. It's like, how do we do this the best, right? Like, let's find the coolest character. Let's find the coolest setting. Let's really make this a true sort of celebration of D&D inside of Dead by Daylight and make it a way that feels
Someone
super
got grabbed.
native to that game.
Yeah. And you mentioned horror. I mean, I know a lot of people will probably think that their first thought when they think of Dungeons & Dragons is not necessarily horror, but there is quite a lot of potential for horror. I mean, it is a very flexible medium to tell stories, and horror stories are some of the stories that will provoke the most intense emotions and reactions of players. So for us, it makes sense, yes.
Yeah, I'm also slightly in the forever Dungeon Master box as you are. I try to inject a little bit of horror into all the campaigns that I run. I think that it's just a great tool to use to tell stories. If your players never get scared, right, you're probably doing something a little bit wrong. And like you mentioned, Dungeons & Dragons is just a really flexible system for telling stories. At the end of the day, the players and the Dungeon Masters, you're not fighting each other. You're just there telling a collaborative story about what happens. And horror is just a great tool to include in that box of storytelling. It's D&D hasn't always been, hey, we are a horror game, but the tools are there if you want to do it, and I think some of the best storytellers out there definitely implement those tools.
Yeah, there are many examples out there. Now, why Vecna? I mean, we've seen it in the trailer. He is an absolutely terrifying presence. I think that whether you're a survivor or a killer and you play with Vecna in that game, it's gonna be a really, really intense experience. So tell me a little bit, why Vecna and why it makes sense?
For me, the main reason that Vecna was very clearly like on the top of the podium the entire time we were discussing potential killers is that Vecna has always had this horror movie monster vibe to him. I mean, as a lich, he's always had the ability to, you can even kill him, he just pops back up and come back. It might not be tomorrow,
yep.
It might be a couple of years in the future, but like Vecna's always going to come back. He just has this real inevitability to him, right? And the thing about D&D is very quickly in a D&D setting, your party becomes a group of powerful adventurers, right? You're defeating all these other monsters that, like dragons and stuff. And then Vecna shows up and you're like, oh, we need to run away. Vecna's here. Like he's such a scary, inevitable threat in the universe that even his earliest appearances were just items with his name on them, and everybody was wondering, oh, who's this guy Vecna that's got this eye and this hand, and it was just like whispers of this ancient evil that was so powerful you couldn't even print a stat block for him because he was just that strong.
Yeah, it's the terrifying presence that few talk about, but if you've heard about him, it's probably already too late. It's true that it's got that absolute flavor, and he is he has been part of the Dungeons and Dragons universe for almost 50 years now. Like, he was there at the very, very beginning, like you said, as whispers, as just a note in there. But he does have a stat block, and reading it is all. It's not ridiculous, but it's so much power.
He's now
in
left me
those
twice.
pages. Like, you understand that he is, like you said, inevitable, but also he is able to.
He doesn't want to chase me here.
Of level 15 adventurers who are.
I'm just gonna hug this
technically
area, to be
almost
honest.
unstoppable by that point, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's
Honestly, the window setup is kind of
It-
nice.
It's always like I've lost quite a few player characters myself.
It's like
to
entire
Vecna,
area is really nice.
And you know, Eva Ruin, we've got the new book coming out, and as soon as you see Vecna Eva Ruin, I was like, oh, looks like I'm gonna lose a couple more.
Yeah, but that's part of the fun. That's writing stories with your friends. So before we let Yannick and Dave take us through the details of how we implemented Vecna with the gameplay mechanics of Dead by Daylight, how we presented him to our players, I'm wondering if you have a message for the hardcore D&D fans out there who may not be familiar with Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I do actually, and it's try this chapter out, even if you don't play it. Like, watch somebody stream it, because this chapter, it's a love letter to Dungeons and Dragons from a very passionate, very talented team of developers and behavior. It was super obvious throughout the entire process.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Animations, modeling, like even like it's I can't stress enough how easy it made the approvals process on our end. That all of this work.
What was that hit, dude?
Incredibly high level of passion for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I realize
if you
why.
are a D&D fan, there's really cool Easter
It's a
eggs
server
in the
mismatch.
map. There's really cool
This guy was just
all
gifted
over
the
place.
freest of hits.
Just a ton of love for D&D in this thing. If you're a fan, there's something in here for you. I promise. Even if you don't think that horror is your thing, give it a try.
This is a pre-drop killer.
Thank you so much for the kind words. Seriously, it means the world to me. Now, I think we'll wrap this up for now. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today in our anniversary, and I hopefully will see you in the fog.
Yo, that hit is out of this world. Look, it's a server mismatch. Something's going on, and I'm like, I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. She's just gonna grab her own.
Hey, hi, I'm not Dave. You're not
I'm
Janet.
not Janet.
No, we're quickly interrupting our D&D segment. There's a lot more. Stay tuned. Dave will be right where I am in just a second to give you an update on cross progression. So this is a live show. We're having a live D&D moment as we speak. So apologies, you might have noticed, even though I was dressed the same. Our segment with Derek that was just before was pre-recorded, and in fact, we played the wrong one. So we want to give you more details on cross progression here. So that's what we're going to do. So take it away, Derek.
Yeah, so cross progression is hands down one of the most requested features. Every single stream, every single post. You guys are wanting cross progression, and we're giving it to you later this
I see
summer.
those add-ons.
Players will need to own the base game on any platform that they're playing on and have a behavior account. I'm sure you heard me talking about cross progression with an account, and you're like, what is she talking about? Yeah, so make sure you have that, and you'll be able to use cross progression later this summer. We do understand that the website is currently down because so many people are trying to get to the website and make their account, but we're working on it, and we'll have this to you shortly.
Yep, and just as a clarification, in case we have a few folks in chat that aren't aware, Dead by Daylight, this is cross progression for console and PC Dead by Daylight. We're not talking about Dead by Daylight mobile. It's really its own experience if you've never played it. It's a different beast from the Dead by Daylight core, as we call it internally. Awesome. So along with the Twitch drops and a chance to get What the Fog for free, players now have another reason for their behavior account and another reason to crash our website. So like we said, bear with us. The site will be brought back up and all this will happen. Regarding cross progression though, any exceptions about and how the system's going to work?
Well, while every platform will have cross progression, there will be a few exceptions to what can be shared between those platforms. But stay tuned. We'll have a full FAQ coming very soon so that you can go ahead and learn more about cross progression for Dead by Daylight.
Yep. And as mentioned, now we're going to pass it to Dave and Janik for some great deep details on our Dungeons and Dragons chapter.
Oh, I wanted more information on cross progression. I feel like they didn't say much other than confirming that it's PC and console finally, which is great. He really? It's gonna turn around, right? Oh no, look at him go. Or into a wall.
Thank you, Dork, Eric, for this.
I was hoping for more information, but I mean, they did confirm,
that we are
right?
So we're super excited today to be able to talk about the Dungeon and Dragon chapter. I am Dave.
Where are you
creative director
going?
on Dead by Daylight, and I'm
Where are
joined
you
by my good
going?
friend, Yannick.
Hello, Yannick Never, Principal Game Designer.
Gamer, we could have
Dead by
finished
Daylight.
this.
Today I'll be talking about all the intricacies
This
of the
fucking
gameplay of
Claudette,
this chapter.
dude.
But first,
Are
little
you
mention,
serious?
Dead by Daylight, 8 years, introducing Dungeon and Dragon. It's a big
That was
milestone for
done,
us,
bro.
but
Get
not
her.
everyone hitting
Fucking get her.
milestone.
Yeah, it's crazy to
Please.
think that Dungeon and Dragon turns 50
We could have
this
finished
year.
it.
And we are super proud and happy to be part of the celebration. We just want to say that maybe when we turn 50, we do something else with you, Wizard of the Coast. Or maybe sooner.
We'll probably be in retired home, but we'll be glad to join the party. So first, Dungeon and Dragon in Dead by Daylight. I have to be honest here. The first time you told me about what's going to be coming next, I was surprised because I'm a big horror fan, but when you think about horror, Dungeon and Dragon is not the first thing that comes to mind. But thinking about it more, I realized, no, wait, there's a lot of horror in Dungeon and Dragon. And Ravenloft being my favorite module. Like you really specifically focus on certain element of the brand. So
Wow.
please tell us about those pillars.
Yeah, so when we start a chapter, we always have a sandbox created so that we stay around some specific pillars, like you said. Of course, when we think Dungeon and Dragons, the first thing that comes to mind is a magical world, a high fantasy, magical creatures, wizards, magic, all sort of things that don't necessarily fit exactly well into a horror setting. But because D&D is a world of imagination where we can create whatever we want, there's also a way to make it happen. So for us, the first pillar was to make sure that we had a good juxtaposition with fantasy, so fully embracing that type of content, but make it horrific as well. Like you've seen in the trailer, having a character like Vecna made perfectly sense for that kind of setting. The second pillar is creative roleplay. So in the image of Dungeon and Dragon, we want to
I just didn't want her to get killed.
a lot of agency, a lot of choices. So that goes from an amount of spells you can choose from in the power, which we'll talk about later, or even customization. So a way you can, kind of create your own character in some way. We just wanted to make sure that we had a lot of gameplay choices in the DBD trials. And the last pillar we worked with is chaos. So that's actually one of our main pillar in Dead by Daylight. But a lot of what happens in Dungeon and Dragon is based on randomness. You throw a dice, and with critical success, critical fails, and everything in between, you see the result and you adapt to it. So we wanted to recreate that feeling inside the Dead by Daylight trials as well.
Yeah, Dungeon and Dragon is really about exploring a fantasy world, but also the thrill about what's going to be the monster you're going to meet the next time you open a door.
I clawed that through the
About
match. We
killer
had
you'll
that gen
meet
done,
next
man.
time you open the door. So of course, Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of iconic monsters we could have chosen from. A lot of iconic villains
Yeah,
as well.
this gen was
And
done,
with,
man.
Our friends at Wizard of the Coast, we've established that our next killer would be Vecna. Vecna is just a perfect fit for Dead by Daylight. He's a lich, so a powerful wizard that turned himself into undead to be able to continue his villainy. Is that even a word? I'm not sure. So he wanted to continue to do his horrible stuff for as long as he could. Vecna also has access to every spell in the books. So that was very interesting for us to create an interesting power. Of course, we also have a survivor in the chapter, so the Bard. a very interesting class. There's many classes that we could have chosen from, but the Bard was really the one that fit the most into our horror setting. You know, for example, when we think about a class like the Paladin, you think of the ability to turn the undead, magical sword, big plated armors, and all of this doesn't fit really well into the world of Dead by Daylight. The Bard, with abilities like Bardic Inspiration, the ability to sing, to play musical instrument, to know lore, and even to insult the villain, is just so on brand that it was a perfect fit. So that's why we chose the Bard.
I'm into
you've
it.
Seen in the image and the trailer, we're doing something special with the Survivor.
The P100 was the
akin to
worst
what
one here.
we've done with Legion. So through the cosmetic customization, you'll be able to choose between two specific characters inside the same Survivor. So you'll have the choice between Ice Street, female elf, or Bearman, human elf. Yeah.
It's interesting, but when I was younger playing Dungeons & Dragons, like in my friends group, the Bard was not really a class that people tend to play, compared especially to other classes that you had. But throughout times, like there's been many change and iteration on the class. It has now become like such a popular class to play. Really fun now, definitely, and has become kind of an emblem to Dungeons & Dragons as much as a dragon.
Absolutely. Every party nowadays has a Bard. And we've also seen a lot of Bard love into other content that Dungeons & Dragons produce, like the movie, for example.
Yeah, so we have an undead wizard.
Guys, if you don't get on the gate, we're all gonna die.
Absolutely. We're super proud to have a full chapter for the anniversary, and shocking no one, the map is a dungeon. Absolutely. So in the Borgo realm, we have a new map with a new building. So there is a top part set in the marvelous new lighting of the Borgo realm, and you can find this isolated tower in the middle. You can go inside and go into an extensive dungeon underground, packed with surprises and Easter egg related to Dungeons and Dragons. The goal with this map is that we've imagined that Vecna, knowing about different realms and plane, now trapped into the realm of the entity, would find a place to make his own, his lair. And so that he can study where he is, the world, the entity, potentially find a way to escape. Maybe not. We are also introducing a new gameplay mechanic in this map called Passage. So these are basically doors, magical doors, which you can use to teleport from one area to the map to the next. And we think it's going to add a new interesting spice to chases.
The map. The Easter egg. It's super fun. Like if you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, just exploring, you're gonna be thrilled to see all the small and the big one. On the gameplay side now for Vecna, so the way we tackle or approach the killer this time, interestingly, it comes from a game, so he has game mechanics that are pre-existent. So we look at all like stats block and try to come up with like the best spell that could be translated into game mechanic for us, and also make sure that these will be like thrilling and exciting to use. But then, so definitely he's a spellcaster, a very powerful one. So the goal was to make him feel as such in our game. But like I was saying, magic, it's something that we have never really tackled.
Nope.
Not that way before.
No, not like that,
something
no.
we've tried to stay away from. Like our powers are really visceral or like grounded as much as possible. It's something that do you want to talk about a bit? Magic?
Yeah, yes, please. I hope some of our team colleagues are laughing right now. I kind of have a bad rep internally about magic. It's almost a taboo word that we can't use. But now making a D&D chapter, for sure we had to embrace magic. And of course there is a space for magic in horror games, but it has to be taken with the right tone. So in this case we're talking necromancy, blood magic, magic of the dead. And there's a touch of realism and visceralness that we wanted to add to magic versus something more flashy like a magic projectile or a fireball, for example. There's also something quite interesting out of Dungeons and Dragons, and these are the utility spells. They're spells that are not used to kill or damage, but they're used in very creative ways, and we wanted to highlight that with the Lich, with Vecna. So that was our approach. Now, do you want to talk to us about the spell that we actually chosen?
Sure. So you have access to 4 different type of spell. Pretty much any time they have their own individual cooldown. But so the first one is called Fly, a very popular, well-known Dungeon and Dragon spell in our game. It lifts up the killer, and you're pushed forward. Obviously faster, so it's really like the traversal aspect of the power. It lasts for a short amount of time, and it's gonna also end if you vault a pallet or a vault location.
So like
And,
Wesker, essentially.
This is really useful to get closer to Survivor and get to the next gen as soon as possible. The next one is called Flight of the Dam, which is, it's not really a Dungeon & Dragon spell. It's more connected to Vecna. It's actually an ability that he has. What it does is that it casts 5 different individual projectile, and then it shoots them in a cone radius effect in front of him. These projectiles pass through obstacles. They don't go very far, but if they hit the survivor, they get damage instantly. It might sound very powerful and easy to use, but it's not the case. Survivor have a lot of counter, but the spell can also be used to zone in this aspect, so you can also go for the basic M1 attack during that time. The third spell is called Dispelling Sphere, which is actually, it's a combination of different existing Dungeon & Dragon spell. We just felt it was more compelling to combine them into one spell. So what it does, you cast a large sphere in front of you, and that sphere moves slowly throughout the level. Survivor do not see that sphere, and if they get in contact with that sphere, they get revealed for a few seconds by Killer Instinct, and also have their magic items disabled for a minute. And the last but not least spell is Mage Hand, very well known Dungeon & Dragon spell. What it does in Dead by Daylight, you, as the killer, you can tag up a nearby pallet, and if the pallet is upward, it blocks the pallet for a few seconds, cannot be interacted by Survivor, and if it's downward, it's lifted up for you so you can fully pass without any obstacles. So the idea with this killer, he has a lot
so it's
of
a risk
tools and
reward,
tricks,
right?
in his bag, and it's really about managing all the force.
Because you're giving them the
spells,
pallet
cooldown,
back.
and try to activate them at the right moment.
But
so that's really how
simultaneously,
you're
you get
gonna
to like pass
improve,
through it.
as a killer, is learning how to use them at the right time and be efficient with them.
So lots of strategic and tactical choices here.
Correct.
So you've mentioned very quickly during the Dispel Sphere, the magical item.
Did I? Yeah.
What's that?
Okay. So this is the new toy for Survivor. It's called magic items, but keep in mind it's not an actual items that they use. So this time, if you face Vecna, you're gonna have Survivor gonna have 7 different chests that's gonna spawn throughout the level. Survivor go interact with those chests, and while during the opening of the chest, there's gonna be a D20 dice roll. Yes, it's Dungeon and Dragon. We couldn't do without the dice roll. So this dice roll will determine the content of the chest. So if Survivor roll from 2 to 4, they get a basic Dead by Daylight brown item. So
better than nothing.
Yeah, well, maybe that brown medkit might save your life. I don't know. But the fun part is when you roll from 5 to 19, that's when you get the magic items. And the way it works is that each Survivor has an equipment slot, 2 equipment slots. They have the bracers and the boots. So there's 2 types of magic items, and each magic item is going to be randomly linked the first time you open the chest to one of the 4 Vecna spells. And so once they are equipped, each time the killer will cast the spell that is linked to one of your magic item, you're going to gain a passive bonus to help out, kind of avoid the spell. Or
sounds interesting, right?
Vecna in general. So to be more precise, so if you have bracers against the fly spell, you're going to see Vecna's aura during the traveling that while you use the spell. If you have a boots, for example, against the Flight of the Dam, you see the aura of the projectile, very useful because the projectile goes through collision, and the best way to use that spell is through walls. If you have the magic items against the Dispelling Sphere, survivors see the sphere, so they can juke and go around the
I mean, it falls within the realm of the RNG of Dead by Daylight,
if you
right?
have a counter against the Mage Hand, you see the aura of the hand on the palette, and also gain a little haste effect, so that help you out around the loop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really important to search those chests.
Yeah, correct. Because the way that we tackled this, like the balance in this case, is that we made sure that the magic items do not trunker the killer's power. It's made or balanced to face survivor who have them equipped. So if you don't get those, definitely the killer might feel a bit oppressive. So it's really up to survivor to get to those chests and equip them as soon as possible.
Right. And just to be clear, you can also equip a normal item with that. So you can have your flashlight, bracer, and boots.
Correct. It's a very different slot.
So everybody heard you talk about a lot of numbers here on the dice, but you've not mentioned the critical fail, 1, and critical success on the 20. For people that don't play D&D, these are like events, the best event that can happen in Dungeons & Dragons when you get that critical fail or that critical success. So what happens in Dead by Daylight when that happens?
Yes, so we have critical roll in the game. If you roll a 1, you get, a big nothing. Although I've heard sometimes people get a green key. I guess
that's
better. Yeah.
Fuck me, dude.
I know
It's as if I don't get that already too much.
So anyone who's familiar with Vecna in the lore of Dungeons & Dragons, there are 2 very specific artifacts that exist that is called the Eye of Vecna and the Hand of Vecna, and we introduce them in our game. So you roll a 20, you get one of the 2. You never know. But these works more like a normal item, so you have to pick them up and use them once. It's called attune, so you merge with the items, and then you unlock a very powerful ability up to like perk level.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Oh, wow.
strong. I guess you want to know.
But please do say.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, please.
So if you,
Thank you.
attune with the Eye of Vecna, they use with lockers. So if you fast exit a locker, you're going to be unseen, unheard by the killer for 15 seconds. And on top of that, you gain a haste boost effect. And if you attune with the Hand of Vecna, you fast enter a locker and you're going to be teleported further down further locker.
Wow.
So very powerful. I forgot a little details because they might sound super strong said like that, but they come with a cost. So to use them, you have to be full health. And once you use them, you instantly lose a health state. And also,
yeah, I
at
guess
the
that
end of
makes
the effect,
sense.
you get revealed by Killer Instinct. So be very mindful the way you use them, because we've seen a lot of situations where it backfire at the survivor, and the killer has definitely a spell to help him out, get back at the survivor, and get the down.
So it's very on brand with what a cursed item should be.
Indeed.
So thank you so much, Yannick. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff coming with Vecna. And we had no time today to talk about anything more about the killer perks or the survivor. But I have to say very quickly that the survivor perk will allow you to create illusions, to perform on the loot. You can even perform with other survivors to do the full melody. There's also a dice roll mechanic for one of the perk. So if you want more information after the show, you can go on our website, deadbydaylight.com, and get all of the details you need. Merci encore, Yannick, for all the information. And thank you so much to all of you. Happy anniversary. And I'll be passing it back to Eric and Dork.
I mean, it seems cool, or at least interesting, right? All right, let's queue up for another match in the meantime. We're changing out our perks. Yo, Necro, what to do? You talking to the man who never sleeps by his eye. Yo, what's up, bro? I mean, the information sounds cool. I guess we got to see how it plays out, right? It seems kind of interesting, yeah. Is it going to be good though? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be annoying? What do we got here?
Oh my god, Dungeons & Dragons and Dead by Daylight.
You are a pretty frequent DM yourself, right?
Yes, I do DM on occasion.
You think it'll be
Forever
fun? I
player,
hope so.
as, they said in the interview, Well, no, forever DM,
Yeah.
never a player.
Obviously, the PTB will kind of
You must be so psyched.
So
shed
psyched.
some
I'm so
light.
psyched. I'm so excited. I just cannot wait to see what we have in store and to go against Vecna.
Hopefully, people have noticed your dice
Yeah, you got
necklace.
my
No,
nice
negative.
D4, I got, okay.
Negative. I'm blind.
But yes, just like
I am
Dave said, don't forget
colorblind.
to head over to deadbydaylight.com right after the show for the full breakdown on Vecna and all of his powers. You'll also be able to see the perks that we've got for him and our bard coming into the fog.
And also, don't forget to ask questions in the chat when you're not spamming nonsense garbage. Ask real questions, and we'll answer them later in the Q&A. You don't need to say claim. Please stop saying claim. You're not claiming anything by saying claim. Stop.
But we appreciate your enthusiasm. Next we're going to be, I'm going to be joined by Dave Richard back on the couch for him to walk us through the ever-expanding world of Dead by Daylight.
To be honest, you think we're Stranger? Well, yeah, that makes sense because in Stranger Things, they name all the bad guys after Dungeons and Dragons, like villains. Demogorgon's actually from Dungeons and Dragons.
That being Supermassives, the casting of Frank Stone, and an unnamed multiplayer PvE game.
I forgot Supermassive is the one making.
Do it all with Dave Rashad. So, Dave, can you please tell me why we chose these games to be the right games for us to expand the world of Dead by Daylight?
I'm honestly excited for the extra stuff.
There's a lot of stuff.
That free game
going
seems
into
cool.
That choice for sure. So first of all, we are super happy and grateful to have a community already there playing Dead by Daylight. So of course
Right.
we listen to what they want to see, what they want to play. So that comes into the recipe of the choice we're going to make. We also want to make sure that we will create.
Didn't you have like a test or something?
Something that's completely out of what we are used to in Dead by Daylight. So that comes into the genre we want to create. Also, we want to interest new players into the world of Dead by Daylight. Some people that never heard of Dead by Daylight, but also some viewers that are interested about the world of DBD, but that don't play DBD because maybe it's not their style of game. So we want also these players to be with us and experience the world of Dead by Daylight.
And just like you were saying, with people being interested in the world of Dead by Daylight, as a creative director, why do you think there's so much interest in the lore of a multiplayer game that's based in action?
Well, it's been very important for us since day one when we started working on this project. The story and the narrative around everything we create. We want to make sure that every little component in DBD
Probably.
has
Well,
a story and a reason to live.
they very clearly wanted it, to be fair. Oh, this is a laggy killer.
So, there's a lot of
Shit.
mysteries within mysteries, a lot of layers to our narrative, which I think are super interesting and players want to know more. So these games
Agitation.
will allow us to discover these elements that we've seeded in the past. Like every killer and every survivor in Dead by Daylight could have their own movie or their own game. Really.
Yeah, we've got so much lore. It's really amazing to just dive into. And speaking of lore, I mean, this is something we want to expand on with the world of Dead by Daylight. So we're doing that in one of our upcoming games, The Casting of Frank Stone. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Right.
Really? You were
can
right
tell you
here
a
the
little.
entire time?
Yes. So, of course, there's different type of stories in games. There's games that have a static narrative that you experience. That's great. There's also games that the narrative is made very organically by the players, like DBD is a good example of that. The Casting of Frank Stone is somewhere in between, right? It's a game where there is multiple narrative, and based on the player choice, and different things will happen.
She's just dead,
based
huh?
on their choice, different endings and different branching in the story. So the Casting of Frank Stone
well,
is
shit.
very interesting for us because it brings the origin of a killer and potentially survivors, and the players are able to play them for the first time. You know, some things that we are used to see as a lore or a bio or a tome entry in DBD. Now will be played. It's still in the Entities universe.
Wow.
Still very much
She
part
saves
of the
me.
world of DBD, but it's going to be out of the trials. So that's going to be an interesting take on our universe.
Okay, so we know that the Catholic Franks film is still in that realm, but what about our other project, this unnamed multiplayer PvE game? Is that also going to be taking place in the Entities realm?
Absolutely. So
She saved me,
it is
man.
in the world of DBD. It is in the Entity, and one cool thing about the Entity is that we know very little about exactly what it is, but we do know that it's a living universe. It is huge, and we can't really comprehend everything that's happening within it. So we know that DBD trials.
He's so
are
confused.
A way for the Entity to feed. It's a very kind of organic process. So you can imagine
Oh, what are you doing here, bro?
that's exactly what we want.
Oh, that's what you're doing here,
That
friend.
allows us to create new narrative, new ways to experience a game, new gameplay opportunities.
Oh, shit.
New set of rules. So these are things that we talked about in the past, and that we always wanted to. That's exactly what we want to do with.
Doopy 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 doo.
In a way,
I did pretty good there, right?
the DBD that we've created is like equipped with infinite pictures. You can add new stories to it forever, hopefully.
Just keep on reading.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, you did talk about that in, like, is there any gameplay that we'll be able to see?
Considering I was distracted and listening, I think I did okay in that chase.
Well, thank you, Dave, for talking us through that, but now I want to see the gameplay. Let's see the gameplay.
Yes, please, gameplay.
Hey everyone, I'm Audrey. Last year, we gave you a very small glimpse of a project we started working on set in the Dead by Daylight universe. I'm happy to say that we have more to share with you on this game codenamed Project T. Instead of showing you a close to final game with some polished gameplay, we wanted to let you in on the
this is a
development
problem.
process. Right now, Project T is a work in progress, more than a fully fledged game. Our goal is to craft an experience with all of you and create something that you would be eager to play. Let's hear more about Project T with our creative director.
Hey everyone. First I want to say what an honor it is to be working in the Dead by Daylight universe. We love DBD's multiplayer thrills, and its dark, mature setting brings just the right kind of tension and danger for a game like this. In Project T, you play as trespassers, rough and tumble characters who have been whisked away from their realities and trapped within the Entity's realm. There, in a vast region called the Backwater, they discover they must work together if they're to have any chance of survival. And of course, they're not alone. The Backwater is home to horrific monstrosities known as the Thrall. These terrors come in many forms and have different deadly abilities. Their origins and nature are unclear, but they certainly don't take kindly to trespassers within their domain. To achieve your
Wow.
objectives, you'll have to battle the Thrall with every weapon at your disposal.
The world of Project T is called the Backwater. It's a unique place, another twisted realm within the Entity's grasp. You'll be eager to explore this familiar yet ominous world, and it'll definitely give you the creeps.
She should have listened to me.
More attention to your experience, we're building the Backwater as an ever-changing landscape, which offers a lot of possibilities gameplay-wise. To navigate the Backwater, we're thinking of adding trucks in the game. Since it's a pretty big area, you would need a way to go from one point to another while escaping the hordes of Thrall. But there could be other uses for the truck. That's something we're thinking about, and we'd love to see what kind of ideas you might have. As DBD fans, we're having a lot of fun creating this new experience as part of the Dead by Daylight universe. DBD is all about horror, and we want to make sure we're crafting something that horror fans will appreciate, from the different biomes of the Backwater to the look of the Thrall.
Project T is still in early development, but that doesn't mean you'll have to wait another year to get more news. We're looking to get your opinions and share information,
friends.
so we're creating a platform called
Good to
the
see you
Insider
again.
Program. This is a place where all the players excited about this new take on the DBD universe can gather and be active participants in the development of the project. As an insider, you'll not only get exclusive information, but also in-game rewards and even the chance to join our closed playtests and give us your feedback. Join us to help shape an experience you'd like to play and make Project T the best that it can be. See you soon.
Well, that means I die now. See, that recovery is bullshit, bro. That's what's unfun about Billy. I mean, to be fair, he probably should have gotten me there, right? Although he is laggy. Because I got the laggy sign on him. But I don't know, man. His recovery is too much.
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Why do you hate Cedar Hill so much? Used to be like town mascot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Mill.
Spend enough time in my line of work, you realize every place has got its demons.
Thing that belongs to the boy you're looking for?
You can't shoot a movie in here. This is a condemned steel mill, Mr. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. You do not, under any circumstances, set one foot back here in the Cedar Steel Mill. Ever.
Such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Everything's all right. Either of you heard of Murder Mill? There was a whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
Yeah, you figured it out. Good job. Jeez.
I don't think the police ever found this place.
Whoever did this might still be here. We can't stay, okay? We gotta go.
What was that thing?
And cut.
Honestly, I'm excited for this.
You walk a dangerous line.
Oh my god, that was such a cool trailer.
Yeah, it actually was, yeah.
Did I see a hunting mask?
Bringing it. Murder Mill? That seems familiar. Fans might know that one. Super cool. It's so cool to see the way that the DBD universe is expanding.
Oh yeah.
I want
We have
you saw a mention of the
the
Inside
casting
program,
of
so
Frank
Dark
Stone,
Souls is, there,
and we have
waiting
the
for
mobile
you on
game.
Discord. So you can join the
Or I called it a
Inside
mobile game.
program
Is it a mobile game? The free game, which looks cool.
Information on Project T and get involved in it and be part of the game's development. It's really the idea there is we're making
It's on
the
Steam?
game
Hell yeah.
with the community.
I'll download it later.
Getting on the ground floor now.
Yes. With Project T, like Eric said, we are taking this idea to a whole new level with making the game with you instead of just making it by ourselves.
Yeah.
So if you love Dead by Daylight and you want to help with this new session-based multiplayer PvE game and bring it to life, sign up for the Insider program so that you can be in the know and get next steps. You also want to make sure you wishlist it on Steam because that really helps us.
Yes. And so Project T is quite a ways off because, like I said, we actually want to make it with our players.
That's 3,
but
right?
casting of Frank Stone is right on the horizon.
I have that board
So
game, which I
Supermassive,
pre-ordered and I never got. I
hopefully
pre-ordered the
folks know
collector's
in the
edition, mind
chat,
you.
They're just an amazing developer of single-player narrative horror games, and now we're bringing Dead by Daylight into that genre, and it's just so cool to finally be there. And it looks super terrifying. It looks super crisp and polished and awesome. I can't wait. So as you mentioned, wish lists do help a lot. So if you would do us a kindness, kindly give us a wish list, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yes, and speaking of Dead by Daylight, the PTB, I know a lot of you are itching to get into that. That will be at 1 p.m. as a reminder today instead of 12 p.m. So be ready to download that so you can go ahead and hop in and test out.
Should we do the PTB, guys? I've never done the PTB before. I normally don't.
Yeah. I cannot
Well, I
wait.
couldn't because I was on
Locker
console.
one, I'm so excited for that one. But as we said, this is, we're getting pretty close to our live segment where it's going to be the live Q&A. So we'll have Justin, different Justin from Eric's Justin, come out to talk about this year's Twisted Masquerade in-game anniversary event.
I hope it's as good as the last one. The last one was really good. I liked it. It was fun. The best event to date so far was the Halloween event that just passed.
Back again. This time I'm joined by Justin Banks, our senior product manager. Justin, how are you?
I'm doing great. Happy to be back.
Yes, welcome back.
Are you? I wasn't so sure for a moment there.
What would an anniversary be without the Twisted Masquerade, right? So the Twisted Masquerade is back. It happens every year during our anniversary in-game, and Justin's here to talk about it. So what have you cooked up this year?
So this year, we got some amazing stuff. Honestly, I think it's our best anniversary event yet. But before we get to it, we have what we call Before the Masquerade. So that is going to be something that actually starts right after this stream. So for everyone who's watching, once this is over, go.
This happens to me too, but I don't know if you've noticed when he's talking.
Lots of really cool stuff.
He's got that.
A big thank you to all of the players.
Like he just had chicken.
Stuff from all of DBD's history.
This happens to me too sometimes.
I love
So I get it.
presents. I know you love presents. Our community probably loves presents too.
I think
Details?
So the details about said presents. We've got lots of login rewards, so lots of currencies for players to earn just by logging in whichever day throughout all of this. We've also got 2 recolored outfits, one for Meg and one for the Huntress, that players can earn through each week. So each week you'll be able to earn a different piece of this, so if you log in just once each of these initial 3 weeks, you'll get the full outfits, which I think is a really cool way to get your hands on some cool outfits. Now, each of these initial 3 weeks is going to focus on a different period of DBD's history, so a different collection of years. What that means is that we're going to have map boosts and outfit sales of character outfits that were released during those years. So we really want to take you through this history with us. We want to celebrate the history of DBD.
That's really cool.
Then the cool stuff that I think everyone's really going to do.
You know, it'd be cool if they load the old maps
Currency boosts, a different
as
one
like a
for each
modifier.
week during Before the Masquerade. So for the first week, we have a blood feast. So 3 times the blood points. During week 2, we are going to have 3 times the rift fragments. So if you want to progress towards the rift, this is a very good chance to do it. And during week 3, we've got 3 times the XP. So again, if you want to progress to the rift, this is also good, but this is a really good chance to earn some iridescent shards.
Damn. And then
Yeah,
after
the BP,
D&D
man.
releases, the last week and a
I can
half,
finally
we do
start
double
prestiging
XP and double
P100,
bonus,
whatever.
right?
Well, we're doubling down, yeah.
So everyone can play the new chapter. They can get hyped for the Masquerade. They can nab some of the older anniversary charms as well. Is that true?
Exactly. So we want to give people a chance who haven't earned them during previous years.
Oh, hell yeah.
Celebrate the build up
Ugh.
to the event itself by earning
That's
like
cool.
some really cool Masquerade crows or things like that.
Awesome. Okay, so what about the event itself?
So the event itself, now that we've tackled Before the Masquerade, the big new thing that is coming for this year's Twisted Masquerade is the reveal of the host of the Masquerade, Trix herself. Players might have seen her hinted at during previous anniversary events or during in outfit descriptions, referenced as the Mad Designer or Zizzletrix. So she's finally making her appearance.
Okay.
And throughout all of the event, we want to make it very clear, like, this is her party. She's everywhere. She's the entity's biggest fan, celebrating, holding this party in its honor. And she's not a playable character, so we want to make that very clear. She is there pushing everybody to engage and celebrate.
I love that. So does this mean we're going to see a lot more of her in the Twisted Masquerade?
Absolutely. So we have a lot of the UI that is themed. You might have seen some last year, so we've done a lot of updating for that.
Right.
We've got Father Campbell's chapel coming back with the whole party taking place inside.
Right.
Some updated content in there to show that the party is progressing or dying slightly. Might find some corpses. Then, in addition to all that stuff really permeating the game, we've got the lobby, the loading screens. She's going to appear in trials. You will hear her laughing at you or cheering you on around the exit gates. There's really voice lines that's going to appear everywhere, really accentuating the gameplay. It's going to be amazing. Like we loved hearing all of the voice lines that we have had recorded for this. With all that stuff, like got a lot of really cool gameplay that I'm going to talk about in just a second. But one thing I wanted to mention is that all of our event gameplay now is going to take place within a separate event queue. So if you want some of the normal DBD, like in the core mode, you can have that. But if you want the event stuff, go over to the really cool event queue and take part of Trix's, Twisted Masquerade. And I have to say as well, if you go to the core mode, it's still going to have a lot of the decorations, so you get the vibe with the core experience.
And that's a really good quality of life improvement over last year, right? Like giving players that option to choose, if they want to just do classic Dead by Daylight, they can with some extra flair on it, or they can choose the event queue. That's a nice improvement.
Interesting. So there's a
you mentioned it, so
modifier
what are some of the gameplay
this time.
changes that are coming with Trix?
So Trix is bringing what we call her bag of tricks to the party. She wants to spice things up. She wants that everyone.
Does that mean there's an escape? Not necessarily.
Is that as a match progresses,
I don't think that's confirmed yet.
one of a series of abilities, or sorry,
In the actual worlds,
played on our players, and these are going to be things like
there's like an entire cult
undetectable, spawning anniversaries,
and religions and stuff like that.
totems.
The plague actually, her like group
And this is going to happen
worshipped the entity.
whenever
It was like the very
points are
first
accumulated during
entity
the match. So
worshippers.
first I'd say one Trix actually takes
So
place
like in
on the
Babylonia,
server.
you know.
Following that, whenever 2 points are accumulated from
And there's a whole argument that all of this is just one big multiverse anyway, which is why there's so many different
that
cosmetics.
is then going to trigger another Trix to maximum of 5 during a match. So like we want to really keep things interesting. And when a Trix is actually activated, you're going to see Trix herself appear alongside or take the spot of one of the dancing marionettes. She's going to even deliver a line that hints at what has been played. So if you're not paying attention, she's going to give you this really cool audio cue.
That's awesome. And so in addition to all of that, I think we're also doing some sort of update for the invitation mechanic.
Yeah, absolutely. So the invitations last year, we had players run around, gather those, and you could either spend it to use an ability while inside a chase, or escape with it to help you earn a mask. This year, there's no need to escape with it to earn a mask. That's a different thing. And we've even added outside of chase abilities to the invitation. So if you're someone who doesn't necessarily want to always be chased by a killer or wants to have a more diverse use for it, we've added that. So survivors can now go into quiet mode, so making a lot less noise, and can do things like quickly enter a locker without alerting the killer. It's super useful to get out of that chase right away.
That's fantastic.
Or if they're nearby and you don't want to alert them. For killers, they can now use an invitation to immediately send a downed survivor to a nearby hook. And as I can say from playtests, it's really fun.
I think the community is going to love that. Can't wait for them to play, but also I think there's challenges we've added so you can earn masks, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this year, earning all of the masks is going to be related to engaging with event challenges and earning event currency. So all of them are going to be earned like this. That's going to be how you earn most of the rewards. And past masks and outfits that were earnable or in the store last year are also coming back. So if someone was not able to get those during previous years, those are all now going to be available inside the store for the duration of the event. And I have to say that we have also a licensed guest showing a mask this year, a Mr. Detective Tap.
Amazing.
Whoa, Foo, did you hear that?
That's so cool.
Look at those masks. Those are fantastic.
There they are. Heck yes.
Ooh, some of these are really nice.
So it wouldn't
Ooh,
be a
look at
party
that
without
plague
lots of
mask.
rewards. What can you tell us about the event tome?
So we've got a few staples that are coming back that we've done and seen huge success with in the past for the event tome. One is the community challenges. So we know people love to play together towards earning things, so we've got a lot of those.
Hopefully they don't over-tune the challenge like they've done in the past.
Milestones. I think they're going to earn some really pretty cool stuff. Also in the event tome is some really interesting lore about the observer discovering Trix's world. So if you want to know a little bit more about her, play those challenges, earn that lore. Then we've got some really cool stuff. I have to say the Twisted Masquerade is one of our favorite collections to work on every single year.
So isn't the Trix, the Observer, like officially like
I guess
a
the
husk?
screen these days. We're like enamored with them. Like we love working on this collection.
I had a deep dive
This
again
year,
into the
we've
lore.
got 2 new 100% earnable outfits that you can earn through the event. We have one for Bill Overbeck, another licensed guest making his appearance in the Masquerade,
Oh,
and one for the Unknown.
oh, that looks so cool.
Maybe trying to blend in a little bit at the party.
Successfully.
In addition to all
They're
that
making
really
a
cool stuff,
like a series, I think, or a
Trix-themed
movie, something
charms
like that. I
and
think
player
on
cards that
Amazon.
people can earn. Now, obviously with Tap's mask making an appearance as a reward.
I think it would do a good job
someone
as
who
a show,
summons him.
in my opinion.
So if people check out the in-game store during the Twisted Masquerade, they'll be able to find a really cool event-themed outfit for the pig.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Huge fans
Foo,
of this. I mean,
where are you?
It's got so many touches.
You got Pig, you got SM Mask,
Pig fans.
you got Tap,
hoping
Bud.
you'd say that.
You're being sprinkled with behavior
so
love.
Covered a lot. Are there any last?
DHVR
questions for
loves
the
you,
players
bro.
That we haven't mentioned.
So there's a lot already, but we've got more. So the same as previous years, we're giving out lots of daily rewards to players. So there's going to be lots of currencies, like more blood points, more rift fragments, more iridescent shards.
I'm having a hard time
Login calendar
focusing
for
past the
entire event.
the
People
lip
are gonna be
smacking.
earning stuff no matter what they do.
It's not his fault, it's me.
And for the
It's
first
my
time,
ADHD. It's just I can't
no
get
matter
past
when
it.
the player logs in, we're going to give them enough event currency to get a single reward from the event. So
Nice.
as soon as you log in, we want to get you started and start enjoying the party.
I love that. Players
I
are
heard
gonna love
nothing.
that. Thank you, Justin, for your time and all that detail. So much detail. I hope people are psyched. Just as a
He was talking all I was here is that.
note, the event in game starts June 13th.
Like I said, it happens to me sometimes, so I
But
got it. No
the
judgment
Before the
whatsoever.
Masquerade event actually
It's
starts
just I can't
now,
control where my
right
attention
after this
goes.
show, today.
It's like
and
fighting.
there is one last thing that we have not mentioned. It's all part of this wrapper of celebration, and it actually ties back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So very, very excited to say that we will be putting some Dungeons and Dragons Dead by Daylight dice. That's a lot of D's.
A lot.
Up for sale in the merch store.
Oh
You can
yeah,
pre-order it
I'll
right
fucking
now. It's
buy
not
that.
available. You can't
It's
get
gonna
it right
sell
away,
out.
but you can get your pre-order in right away. And in fact, if you do the pre-order in the next 48 hours, you get a discount. Super psyched about this. There's tons of Dungeons and Dragons fans within the office. I'm sure there are in the
Legitimately,
community
I'm
as
gonna
well.
buy this.
Why not?
I have the
put
Trapper
them
mask.
together with a cool new set of dice.
Back in the day, I was gonna buy their Spine Chill shirt. Thankfully, I didn't because they
And
fucking
that
nerfed it
is
into the
all
ground
we
for some
have.
reason.
Unfortunately, Justin, you're done. Thank you for your time.
I was honestly always happy to be here.
Like super
So
unnecessary
we're going
nerf.
to toss it now to Dork for our live Q&A, and we'll bring it home. Take it away, Dork.
All right, well, I've been like teleporting all around today. Now I'm over here. So we've covered so much content today. We've been talking about gameplay updates to Dead by Daylight, the 2v8 mode, the new titles.
2v8 mode
Dungeons
sounds
and
way more
Dragons
interesting than I thought it would
chapter,
be.
And obviously, with all of this content comes loads of questions, which we will be taking the time to answer for you. I say we because it's me, Dave Rashad, and Justin Brown. So let's go ahead and get started. So for Dave, question 1. In the Dungeons & Dragons segment, you mentioned 2 bards and 1. What does that mean? Are we getting 2 unique survivors?
No, so there is one survivor, same perks, but there is a different customization system around this character. So it's similar to what we've done with the Legion. So
Okay.
instead of having like normal head, torso, legs parts, for the bard we have head and torso in one piece, the legs in another piece, and the accessories. And so changing the head torso piece, you can modify which character you want to be.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so question 2. How big of an impact will the Project T Insider program actually have on the finished game? I'll actually go ahead and take this one. We really want this project to meet player expectations at launch, so we want to make an open dev route, and this will allow us to proactively check in with you, our community, and fine-tune the game as we go. We'll be actioning insider feedback the whole time we're building the game, as your input and your insight will be highly considered throughout the entire process. So thank you. Question 3 for Dave. Will we see any existing Dead by Daylight characters in the casting of Frank Stone?
Ooh. I
Oh.
don't want to spoil anything. I can say that the game features a new cast of character. They're original. It's an all-new story, but there are a ton of little things here and there to discover linking to Dead by Daylight for the fans.
Okay, thank you. Now you got a little treat. All right, our next question, question 4 for Justin. In 2v8, you said that there will be classes for survivors, but not exactly for killers. What does this mean, and will more killers be added in the future?
All right, I'll start with the easy one. Yes, of course, there will be new killers added. Each iteration we do after this first one, we strive to add a few more killers as we move forward. As far as classes go, it's something that we're still really waiting for. There's a possibility we do something like a class system, but we're going to wait until we get this iteration into your hands and work with your feedback.
Yo, not what to do.
All right, thank you,
Ooh, you're so hype, bro. They're
Fine.
giving, they're
What is the difference
sprinkling a
between
bunch of
mode
shit that
and
you
a
want, man.
modifier for Justin?
Okay, it's just like what Matt said. A modifier is really something that takes a little piece of a standard trial and sort of adjusts it, like a darkness effect, maybe changing how fast or how many generators there are to do, or random perks. A mode is something that's going to fundamentally change the way the game's played, something really big and all-encompassing, something like 2v8.
All right, thank you. Again, Justin, I got a question for you. Question 6. Can I duo killer with my friends in 2v8?
Absolutely. You can queue up with your friend, you can get on Discord and talk to them and play killer together.
Okay. So I'm
This is
super
cool.
excited for that. That's going to be amazing. All right, our next question. Can we play 2 of the same killers in 2v8, Justin?
No. The easy answer is no, you won't be able
You
to
felt
play
sick?
2 of
I'm
them.
sorry.
You'll be able to mix and match between the 5, but
Sucks.
2 of the same killer will not be available.
What symptoms do you have?
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine hearing both chainsaws revving? Like, oh, God. Overload. All right, question 8. I didn't get my blood points from grade reset yesterday. Will I get them back? I'll go ahead and answer this one. Yes, we're working on refunding the missing blood points to players, and you should receive them within the next few days. Really sorry about that. Question 9. Can achievements and trophies be earned in the 2v8?
Yo,
mode
you
when
threw
releases,
up?
Justin?
Dude, I'm sorry.
The simple answer is yes. There are no specific 2v8 achievements or trophies, but if you're making progress towards one that already exists, like how many generators you have to repair, progress is still made towards those trophies.
All right, thank you. Question 10. Are there plans to keep 2v8 permanent after some iterations?
I'll go over some of it with you.
So this
Sure,
is
everybody
something we're
else
still
too will
working
help.
out. But I can tell you for sure.
We're talking about the new 2v8 mode.
It will not be permanent at any point. It's going to be an ongoing discussion. It's going to depend sort of the engagement level, the feedback we get from you, and when we feel the
Couple
mode
of
is
new games,
fully
actually.
ready before we continue those conversations.
So when the mode is active, make sure you are playing it. Okay, do this for us. So other than that, what is What the Fog
Yes.
couch co-op or online co-op only? I'll answer this one as well. What the Fog is online co-op only, available as soon as we find a fix for the website. Really sorry about that, but thank you so much for trying to claim the game right now. All right, question 12 for you, Dave. Is Matt Mercer voicing Vecna?
Good catch. Yeah.
Wow.
We're super excited to have Matt Mercer bring Vecna to life in the trailer, in game.
It's awesome, especially having one of the kings of Dungeons and Dragons coming and voicing Vecna. What a treat.
Absolutely.
But we don't have any other questions. Thank you all so much for submitting your questions, no matter where you are watching from. And thank you so much, Dave and Justin. Regarding cross progression, just going to fill this in really quickly. We also want to reiterate that we can't share specific plans just yet, as we are still finalizing the last details. But rest assured that as soon as we are clear to do so, we will.
Yes and
plan
no.
to also push out a public FAQ. So once
It's
this
more
is
than one
posted,
survivor,
we'll
but it's
announce
one
it
survivor.
across
It's
all
kind of
our
like
channels
Legion.
for your full awareness. Once again, a big thanks to everyone who submitted questions, and we hope these answers were helpful, and we'll be talking more about this stuff in the next coming months. As a last gift for our players, if you're already signed up for the Dead by Daylight newsletter, you'll receive 250k blood points. And if you are not, you can still register until May 15th to get that sweet, sweet reward.
So tomorrow.
And another big thanks once again to Justin and Dave for sticking around to answer all of these amazing questions. And since this is almost the end of our show, we don't want to forget that the PTB goes live in 22 minutes. So now we're going to have Eric and Matt here on the couch one more time to wrap up the show with one final surprise.
All right, this is it. This is the end. You've made it to
Okay.
the end of the show. It's been a great show. It's been a long show, and we thank you for sticking with us. We had so much to tell you about, so we had to do it all. But thank you so much. And look who's here to join me on the couch over there.
Hey.
Matt, welcome.
Thank you so very much.
Well, nice of you to make it at the end.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I
Eventually got here.
Yeah. Well, I was a little late. Had some surprises to work on. It's always something.
That's true. But I think all the surprises are wrapped up for now. Thank you again. Hopefully you'll join us on one of our upcoming streams. We're going to keep these rolling. Maybe you'll join us on one of our upcoming streams.
I'd be delighted.
I'll answer that in a moment, Kels.
And that's it. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful... yes?
I just want to say before we leave, so
One more
people
thing.
have been with us until the very, very end. We have one last surprise for you.
Sure.
We like to close the show with a surprise. It's a bit of a tradition nowadays. So this summer, we are going to be welcoming yet another legendary set of characters into the fog.
Dumb and Dumber?
Bro, really?
Featuring over featured in over 30 games, an animated series, an absolutely unforgettable soundtrack, and much, much more. We hope you are as excited as we are to welcome into the fog this classic franchise.
Castle fucking Vania, baby! Let's go! Fuck yes. That, my friends, I'm hyped for. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. All over. Everywhere. Yes. Bro, let's go. I saw the castle. I'm like, yes. Yes. Give it to me. More. Harder. Faster. Let's go. Oh, hell yeah. Guys, if you haven't seen the Castlevania show on Netflix, please do yourself and watch it. I would argue it's probably the best thing on Netflix, if not at least one of the best things on Netflix. Real talk. Honestly, it's so fucking good. I was so sad when it ended. Like, legitimately sad. Or the Castlevania games. Yeah. Symphony of the Night. It still bops, bro. Real talk. It's so good still. As old as it is, it's still a very fun game. All right, we're closing that. As old as it is, it's still very fun. But yo, let's go. Now, are we getting Dracula? And who's gonna be the survivor? Are we gonna get Alucard, maybe? I mean, it's probably gonna be one of the Belmonts, let's be real. Gotta bring back the OG Simon. Well, I mean, in the Netflix show, they focused more on Simon's, like, ancestors. So the guy from the third game, I think it was. And honestly, it was great. I'm glad they chose that story. Real talk. It was way better than I anticipated it was going to be. It could be Simon, but I have a feeling that it would fit more with him instead. It would fit more with him, like, I think. Like his look and everything. Choking on my spit. Yeah, dude, that was great. So I want to hear everybody's thoughts. The 2v8 mode. At first, I hated the idea. I figured it's going to be a balancing nightmare, and I thought it was a terrible idea. I didn't want anything to do with it. I thought if it was going to be anything like regular Dead by Daylight, but 2v8, it was not going to be anywhere near as fun as everybody thought it was going to be, and we're going to realize that very quickly. But now hearing that they're turning it into a mode where they've put more thought into the actual gameplay, where it won't necessarily be like the traditional gameplay, now we're talking. That shows that they actually not only understand the assignment, but they're really committed to making it work. I'm more curious on the perks for the characters and survivors. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how that goes. If they are doing the class-based system, I'm pretty excited for that because I think everybody has a playstyle at the end of the day, right? Kind of sad that you can't play the same killers, but I'm okay with that. I actually prefer that. I would never want the same killers. I feel like it's just going to expose more issues with the game. Like a vampire, what abilities and stuff will he have? Well, for the Castlevania one, or do you mean Vecna, the Lich? The killer seems interesting. In 15 minutes, the PTB goes live. The question is, am I going to play the PTB for you guys? I need to know. I normally don't play PTBs. But the main reason why was because I wasn't on PC until way later. Yeah, imagine facing 2 tier 3, like exactly, or like 2 scratch mirrors, or 2 instant kill miners, like the fun will end real quickly. I meant Castlevania. We'll see. I imagine he's gonna have like some kind of movement and teleporting. There we go. I can speak words. Could do it later. Me and Maddie are gonna play if you wanted to join. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah. Yeah, I had no issue. I wasn't planning on like sitting on a 4,000 year queue to play the killer personally. So yeah, I guess we can do that. I'm in no rush. I normally don't play when the unknown came out and all that. I wasn't in the PTB. I was just doing the regular game. There's plenty of content creators already like covering that who am I, right? Like I'm just Geo, you know what I mean? That make sense? Let me do my stuff right quick. What do you mean, yo, stuff? You got some chores. So wait, could do it later. Do you mean like tonight? Question mark. Because if we're playing tonight and I'm streaming tonight, I should probably end stream now and get some rest. I haven't slept yet. I'm not gonna like theory craft on what the powers and all that stuff are gonna be. All I know is they better do a map. They better do a couple survivors. They should do like the Resident Evil treatment. 2 survivors, 1 killer. Follow back up next year, do another killer, 2 survivors. Like they really can. Castlevania is like Resident Evil. Like you can really kick in with this. You're gonna play when you're done? Okay. Well, I mean, I think at that point, depending on what time this all is, I might just, yeah, dude, could you imagine just the castle, bro? Like, that's more than, sure, it's another indoor map, but at least it's gonna look pretty, and then we'll hate ourselves when we're inside it. I drank my entire bottle. I would have to leave. So what else? What else did I like? I mean, cross progression, we didn't get much info, unfortunately, other than the confirmation that it's PC and console, but we don't know how it works, right? So I'm excited for it, but is it too late for someone like me? Does that make sense? Or is it going to be for people that are switching over now, and those are the people that are going to be able to capitalize? Either way, it's better than not having it. So like, even if I don't get it, I still want cross progression, even if it doesn't affect me positively in any manner. But I obviously want to. I spent a lot of money on I got a lot of stuff that I don't have on this account in my Xbox account. What else? Trying to think. That new free-to-play game looks dope, to be honest with you. It looks pretty chill. I like it. I'm interested. It's the kind of game I'm into in the first place. So that's kind of nice. Oh god, bro, why merchant, man? Why merchant? She's gonna get kill switched, man. I'm telling you. You'll see. Impossible. There's too many fans. It's a shame that they won't. You guys said the thing's on Steam already, yeah? The fog behavior game. It's probably under the publisher. Yo, Centik, what it do? How's it going? We were watching the whole thing. I don't see it. I want to play it. Real talk though, the casting of French Stone looks like it's gonna be cool. And it looks like they're going into that old like secret map that never got released. I don't know if you guys know about that, but there was like a map that was gonna be released back in the day, but they never released it. There's even a swamp map that never got released, also, in case you guys are interested. There's a couple little things like that. So there's a Macmillan map, and then there was a swamp map that never got released. I know a lot about the like intricate stuff. Sinzik, I hope school's going well for you though. I'm trying to debate if I'm gonna keep streaming or if I'm gonna come back later tonight. That's the real question here, my friends. Maybe we could do one more match. I am feeling tired, to be real though. I haven't slept at all, you know. If you want to sleep, that's fine. I think it's not even that I want to, it's that I should, right? I think that's the key detail here. That I probably should. Well, we'll do one more match maybe, and then we'll see how I feel after that match. You know, the reality is I've been awake for almost 24 hours. I'm sorry. Trying to think of what else was cool that they talked about. I mean, I'm glad you're doing an expansion for the board game. That's always cool. I'm hyped for 3 times blood points. I'm glad that they're bringing back a lot of the old cosmetics. Wow, bada bum. BDB bum bada bum. Also, if I sleep a little bit now, I can at least have a little energy. If I take a nap, I have a little energy when my daughter comes home. I'd like to spend a little time with her too. Not like sleep through the entire day. That is the other thing. So I've played one of their games before, the most recent or like second most recent release. And it was good. I have Until Dawn. It's right over there somewhere. There it is. I have it for PlayStation 4. We should play it. We should do a stream where I play Until Dawn. I know there's people from like the old like George Zoid crew that like would come watch that. Real talk. Do you feel the energy to stream? Yes and no. I'm definitely feeling a little like tired and sluggish, a little hungry, I think. I guess I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to do a double today. Oh my god. The sooner that this red bullshit is gone from this map, the better. I saw it all the way over there. Bro, if it's another skull merchant... Alright, well, let's go inside. Yeah, I know you guys would be understanding, don't get me wrong. I got it. I know y'all won't, like, riot on me and shit. There's a trapper? Alright, so Shaq is probably already trapped up if it's a trapper. Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to decide if I'll stream later or not. What I was originally planning was just streaming now and get it out of my system. There we see a wild Claudette. Yo, the amount of 4-year anniversary Claudettes I'm seeing now. They show any of the changes? No, I don't think so. So what is it? A trapper, right? Right? Look at this fucking 4-gen here, bro. Ow. Sir, how? Sir? How the fuck? How the fuck? I think he got me. We run this way, folks. Is there anything here for me to play with? No, I just got run down, huh? Sick. Awesome. There's literally just dead zone. There is only one of you. Yeah. This guy was in a chase, abandoned the chase, went to a finished generator, and is letting the other gens get pressured. It was so weird. Unless he was cloned. Hey, man. You never know, right? You take a break, I'm on following. Hey, bro. Come on, man. Not like this. Is that pop? It's kind of fast, though, to be honest. Real talk, he seems kind of fast. Looks like he's doing Chase Trapper. I'm gonna start breaking these. I have overzealous, so I need to cook gens, you know what I mean? Wait, where are you going? Great, now come send me. I was busy paying attention to the thing, so I didn't notice the fucking trap. And there goes my 10%, just like that. Bro. Yeah, no, this team is really fucking awkward. Good try, good try. A for effort. I imagine I'm getting tunneled or camped. I came to the only side of the fucking map that has 0 pallets. Really? Did you see that? Did you see that? Am I crazy? Did you see that? Do you think I was robbed? Because I think I was robbed. I feel like all I am is in a constant state of being robbed in this match. My progress bar was done and I still didn't wiggle out. I think I'm dying here, guys. I got distracted by the fung and I just like ran right into a trap. And the Dwight's just fucking hiding. Oh god, solo queue. Alright, I'm just gonna let myself die. There's no point. No one's coming to save me. They ain't coming to save me. The dude literally went to chase me twice where there was a finished gen and let other gens get finished. It was really weird. Like, it actually legitimately made no sense. Like, real talk. It just made no sense. This girl isn't even playing the fucking game. Oh well. Standard solo queue. Alright, let's do one more because I would hate to end on that. But I am gonna roll with a medkit this time because man, fuck. Doobie doobie doobie. Alright, this is like almost 2 heals. It's almost 2 heals. That's not good enough. Friendos, that's not good enough. Yeah, I was a little confused by that trapper. It's like he wasn't chasing where any of his traps were. He spotted me in like the strangest of places the first time. Second time, I don't know. He literally, there was an unhook and he let the 2 people that were right in front of him go. And then he went to me, which was at the Agen. Like, I don't know. There was something really strange about that. Like, none of that made sense to me. Like, as a killer player, like, the throw was intense. And he was just being carried by the fact that it's a solo queue team where they were, like, hiding. Because, like, the Fang, I don't think touched many gems. I mean, she got that one flashbang, right? Early on in the match. He was chasing the Fang initially, where all the traps were, and then he left that entire area and went to main where the only gen was done to go like source me out. It was very strange. It made no sense. Something super weird about that match. Matches like that, I assume I'm not going to live because something was off about it. Good old casual Dwight. What are we going to do with him? All right, we'll see. Maybe this is my last match. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. The killers are dodging because of the 2 P100s. So what do we do? Whatever. Bro, I can't wait for the blood points, real talk. That's gonna be amazing. As you can see, I'm spending some points now finally on Cheryl. Kind of give me a little bit of a head start. Imagine if a killer readied up to this, it's because they're pretty confident. Or they're running some kind of like map offering or something, you know? I'm pretty sure I played with this Aqua before. I can't remember if they were good or not. And I feel like I've said that every single time that I've seen them. With or against, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that trapper match was strange. It did not behave like your normal trapper. Something was off about that match. Yeah, I did collect my gift in the shop. I almost forgot, actually. Legitimately almost forgot. So hungry. But like at this point, I feel like I should wait for another 2 hours. Because I can get like a pretty nice meal in about 2 hours if I wait. Nice. imagine that was Lethal Pursuer, right? I don't really want to use the palette so early, but I also not a fan of the way that the match was already starting, if that makes sense. She went down quick as fuck. So let's say he has Lethal Pursuer, then what, barbecue? Yo, they're cooking that gen. What the fuck are they using?
Oof.
So what, lethal, pretty standard build, right? Is that what we're saying right now? All right, we're getting 16%. Yeah, it was like 250K, right? Something like that. And what happened to that other gen they were working on? Before you die on sea? Yeah. No, I'll definitely do all that stuff. I'm just at this point like, I'll know I'll get a pretty nice hefty meal if I wait it out. Sick. Camping tunneling. Sick. Love it. We love it. We do sure love the 5-gen 3-hook tunnel tunnels, right? The thrilling gameplay. I'm just gonna stay here and cook this gen. And she's dead. Can you blame her? We all had a lot of fun there. What happened to the one gen they were working on? That shit was almost done. I gotta run because he's gonna teleport right here. Gotta go. He's wild. That's twice he's left me. I want to point that out. I want to point that out. Oh shit, this needs to go. This team do be struggling with the gens though, hey? Oh well. At least it's a nice night out, right? Doesn't this gate look exactly, or like almost exactly like the Macmillan one? So we're getting at least 16% progress to the gen. I wonder how many like gen related perks you need to have the same speed as if like you were 2 survivors on 1 gen. They're over here somewhere. And the question, what gen was she on before? We found the totem, which is nice. Guys, this is why you dispel, bro. I am ruining this man's life. Oh, hi. So far, the only two gens done were by me. I want to point that out as well. What the fuck? What is this? What is your pathing? I'm so confused by you. All right. All right, let me go grab that totem I saw over here. Oh, you got it. Oh, yeah. My dude, really? You are the strangest gamer. That hits me. This gamer is really strange. Oh, there goes that. Fuck me. Alright, the good news is the 3-gen that we might be left with isn't that strong. The bad news is it's an unknown, so they can teleport relatively quickly. I'm the only one on a gen, so it should be the Fung that goes grab it. Goes to grab it. And it's Kindred, so we know he's not there. Is it not strange? This game is really fucking weird. How does he go from never miss to missing everything to all of a sudden knowing exactly where I am everywhere at all times? What's this guy's build? I didn't vault anything. He doesn't have Undying. How did he know exactly the spot that I was in? He left his... Fuck me, dude. And now he's gonna come to me. He was coming to me, but I was at the unhook already, so whatever. This has been such a like excruciating match because he tunneled that one person out right from the beginning. Trying to see if there's like a totem in here somewhere. Also, they're never dispelling, which is making things worse for all of us. Damn, dude. Did you just hear a doorbell? I don't think so. Comes here, it's gonna be really bad luck. Can we just do gens? We're both dead, honestly. Real talk. He humped you and then moried you? Did you at least provide consent? We need gens. Like, this match has been long over. And no one's dispelling illusions, so...
Excuse.
And pop. So pop, pain res, and what, lethal and barbecue? I mean, she's at least out of that match. This has been like excruciating. And the Fang isn't doing anything right now. Okay, no, she is now. Okay. I take it back. I take it back. I'm wrong. I'll take it back. I totally trusted an adult with this information. No, I was I see. You gotta provide consent. Yeah, the real problem we're having in this match is they're not dispelling illusions. I think this match was winnable even with the dead person at 5 guns. I'm gonna cap the John because fuck him. I don't really care. Jeez. Yeah. I did the gen. Right? Alright, well. This way. Oh. Hmm. You sure? They came to invade my save space? Oh no, not like this. He was proud of me finishing the gen. I fixed his motor for him and he approves. It's not here. I never realized how zoomed in you are when you're picked up. Hey. You know, it'd be funny if he just like closes it right on me. GG's. He was proud I fixed his motor for him. I gave it a fresh oil change, new spark plugs, you know? Nowhere to hide. That's how. That explains a lot, actually. That explains everything. Legitimately. Yeah, why is it always the person that drops the, like, points that's just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. I don't get it. And I accidentally did my archive challenge. Isn't that great? I wasn't even attempting to. I completely forgot about it. I was just trying to crank gens and get in chase. All right, guys. I think I'm with that. I'm going to go ahead and get some rust, lay down for a little bit, nap. That way I have some energy and time for my daughter. And maybe I'll just come back tonight, do another short stream unless I have some crazy, ridiculous amount of energy. And then I end up doing like a 14, 18-hour stream. We'll see. But thank you for everybody that's come by so far. I'm glad we were able to watch this whole thing together. I don't know if I have anybody that we can raid. I said, who enters my domain? Oh, dude, all the big streamers are in right now. Well, I imagine you guys want to watch some, yeah, let's just raid Mel. Why not? Let's raid good old Mel. Say hi, guys. She's really sweet. She's awesome. has an amazing singing voice. In fact, her regular voice is kind of nice too. She's playing something. I might play it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to take a moment to rest. I really haven't slept. I'm surprised I'm playing as well as I am, considering how tired I am. And I'll eat. I'll rest some more. And I think I'll come back tonight. Very likely. So, yeah, thanks. I hope you enjoyed watching it. We can talk more. It looks like maybe we'll do some PTB as well. But always remember to be good, be great, be grand. Can someone explain to me how I have so much energy? Bye.